I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Every day.
TheBoxingVoice.com. You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost his leg. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like I'm not cool with losing.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer, so I gotta beat it out of him.
Shakur, of course he the truth. Tiafimo not messing with him. I don't think Tank messing with him. Garry Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day, I'm gonna say yes, and truthfully really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we fought? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to.
Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. If you haven't joined us for last night's evening edition of TBV, you missed out. You should definitely check that out as we were discussing Devin Haney being stripped of his WBC title, placed in champion in recess, and Alberto Puello being elevated and mandated to face Sandor Martin, then Garry Antoine Russell next. So check that out on iTunes, TuneIn, iHeart, and all those great places. Remember, we try to do 2 shows per day. Today, we do need your help for that second show topic. So if you come across anything, make sure you get it to TBV, whether it be via DM or on the community page. But, you know, the more suggestions, the more probability we have of doing that second show at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. This morning, we're going to be talking about Shakur Stevenson and the potential of him moving to Matchroom. Plus, we're going to be previewing and predicting this Thursday night's fights on Dazn, June 27th in Indio, California. We're going to be having Darius Fulghum taking on Ronald Ellis, common opponent with David Benavidez, longtime sparring partner of Canelo, tough veteran in Ronald Ellis, not a bad name for Darius, who's, I believe, under 10 fights. So, yeah, we'll be previewing and predicting this Thursday's card in Indio, and we'll be discussing Shakur's potential move to Matchroom and playing some audio courtesy of Edward Hearn and Fight Hype. Let me get to that. But good morning. I want to add a side topic. I went for a walk this morning, and I turned on the Breakfast Club. And obviously that's, Charlemagne, Joe Buttons, Joe Rogan, Howard Stern. These are the people that have influenced me. And it was a breath of fresh air to listen to the Breakfast Club after so long. And obviously Charlemagne has this thing we all know. It's called the Donkey of the Day. And I always love the Donkey of the Day. But today's donkey, man, I got to bring that shit into this discussion because, Lord, We get a lot of that in the boxing community, man. And, you know, people need to hear this story so they can realize how real shit is. But I'm going to look up the dude's name and get all the details best I can while paraphrasing, right? So there is a gentleman by the name of Edward King, and he flew. Oh, man. Small world. First of all, he is from Newark, New Jersey, of all places. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. And this man was an online gamer, 20-year-old man, online gamer, and had some sort of dispute with another online gamer in some game I don't even fucking remember because I don't game. And somehow this dude got his address, flew from Newark, New Jersey to Florida, went into a hardware store, bought a hammer, walked into the dude's house. They had the door unlocked, went into his room, waited for him to come out the bathroom, and clunked him with a hammer. Thank God that the other man's father was there, heard the tussling, and they was able to hold the dude down, take the hammer, and the cops came. Now, obviously, I don't condone that. I got my own pull-up stories, and they never end well for the person that's pulling up. You know what I mean? So you have to just kind of let that tough gene go. You know, you can't always teach someone a lesson, but listen, lessons do need to be taught, right? And that lesson still is that you have to be careful what you say to people. You never know who's going to pull up and smack the shit out of you, let alone knock you in the head with a damn hammer. But the bigger part of the story is that this 20-year-old kid now is facing first-degree murder because you know Florida don't play. So he's probably lost his life because, again, you know Florida don't play. You know, there was just too much evidence for that, for the charges not to stick. You came from another state. It's premeditated. You bought a flight. You went into the hardware store. Bro, how'd you get his address? So it's a real unfortunate situation. He did get Donkey of the Day, and I see why Charlemagne is calling him a jackass, because now his life is probably over because he wanted to teach someone a lesson. When they asked him what was his motive, he said the person's not a nice person online. And, man, I don't think he's a jackass. I just think he don't got friends. He obviously didn't speak to anyone, but, yeah, I wanted to put that out there, man, because obviously we have all these dudes calling in here. They extra tough, too. I swear to God, half these motherfuckers never been in a fight. I know that for a fact. But they be extra tough, and they always talk about pulling up. And we know stories in the community of people that actually did. And fortunate for them, things ain't go this bad. But I'm bringing it up because, you know, yeah, he was a jackass for pulling up, but it's a reminder that there are people like that. There are people like that they see red, and they not going to worry about consequences till they in that jail cell. So, you know, you need to be mindful. A lot of you dudes have grown up in this new era where you got a cell phone and you don't even got a friend to tell you what's right from wrong, or tell you like, bro, you wildin', you out of pocket. You talking way too disrespectful to that person, you know, and then these types of things happen. But I do want you to call in if you ever pulled up on somebody online, because, you know, and I mean an online person, right? Like, did you have a back and forth and have to pull up on somebody online? And what happened? Because, you know, that's an unfortunate situation. I got a 22-year-old. I think he about to be 23 maybe. My heart would break if he got first-degree murder. you know, for some gaming shit at that. Homie ain't even sleep with his girl, nothing. It was like straight, just smack talk online gaming shit. Crazy. But let me get to this audio here for Eddie Hearn so we could get to the main topic. Shakur Stevenson potentially going to Matchroom and discuss those options and possibilities.
People want to see Gervonta versus Shakur. Shakur's last fight on his deal, supposedly with Top Rank, going to free agency next. Have you had any conversations, and are you looking to pick up Shakur after that last fight?
I think, as you've seen with the Devin stuff, obviously it has to suit you as well. If Shakur wants to play...
If Shakur... Is that some European shit? How you say it, in the UK? If Shakur...
...his future, then you make a significant investment. If it's a 2-3 fight deal, then he's going to be getting a lot of money and it's got to work for you as well. I think Shakur...
I just want to translate that for you, right? Let me go back.
3-fight deal, then a significant investment. Wants to pledge his future, then you make it.
If Shakur wants to pledge his future. So basically, Eddie is putting out in the airwaves, listen, if you say you want to ride with Matchroom long term, we gonna show you an extra amount of love. Now, if you just want to be like Devin, do a 2-3 fight deal and make a bunch of money up front, well, then it got to make sense for the both of us.
A significant investment. If it's a 2-3 fight deal, then he's going to be getting a lot of money and it's got to work for you as well. I think Shakur, he's pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. He may be unbeatable, maybe.
I love Eddie because he's such a great promoter. Everybody, he talks so highly of them when he either works with them or wants to work with them. I mean, before Matias laws, you know how he was talking about Matias. Now here you go. Now Shakur's maybe unbeatable. He may be.
He's that good, but I think he's been promoted terribly. And I think some of that is because when Bob knows a fighter's looking to leave, he's out. Like, this probably happened 2 or 3 fights ago because Bob would have looked to extend back then. Bob doesn't look to extend now with 1 fight to go because you've got no leverage to change the person.
I totally agree. I feel they waited way too long. Like, you should have been trying to get him to re-sign when there was 2 fights left on the deal, not just a final. Again, I think Shakur just wants to see what's out there. I don't know how long that lasts, whether it be a few weeks to entertain offers and then just go back to Top Rank, or whether it be, him entertaining a few fights as a free agent to see what's really out there. But in this landscape, unless Shakur is fighting a Tank, Devin, Tio, I cannot see him getting $3 million from any other promoter. Not guaranteed. Not from any other promoter. And not from Eddie Hearn either. He's not going to. First of all, he already made it clear he's not going to pay Shakur what Shakur's making now, let alone the new $3 million offer. Now, maybe Top Rank is being smart, too. That's something to think about, food for thought. Maybe they threw out the whole $3 million 5-fight deal just so that everyone is talking about what a high minimum that is. Because think about it, like, when we first found out Crawford was making $4 million guarantee, it was like, what the fuck? For those opponents? Now you talking about giving him $3 million in a division even lower. These numbers just don't be happening up front like that. Like, you get these numbers when you do pay-per-view. So, I don't know. I'd be interested to see who, woos Shakur and gets him to go with him.
So, once he knew that Shakur wasn't going to extend, he's made his mind up. He's out. I'm not going to push him. So, Shakur should be a massive star, but he's not. So, that works for and against as well, in a sense that commercially, the money he's on a lot of money. A lot of money. For the revenue that he creates for the show, he's on a lot of money. But he hasn't been pushed to make him a commercial success. So I like him. I think he's a great fighter. I think he would be an incredible addition to the Matchroom team. And if he's available, we will definitely be having a conversation.
Credit Fight Hub, Marcos Villegas and his team, and shout out to Eddie for providing us this morning's topic. We need to make it to 10 a.m. on the East. So I employ some of you to call in. As of right now, we haven't gotten any cancellations on the interview that we're supposed to be having at 10 with Garry Jonas of ProBox. Remember, they got a big card on Friday, June 28th, where Lamont Roach defends his title. This will be ProBox's first time on the road conducting a ProBox show, promoted by ProBox, aired by ProBox in the DMV area for Lamont Roach. And we definitely want to talk about their behind the scenes and how they're the, you know, camera truck and production truck, for MVP and Box Lab fights as well. So, you know, I like Garry Jonas. You know, ProBox doesn't make a lot of noise in terms of gossip and ruffling feathers. They're just working, you know, building and moving forward little at a time. And I love what's going on, you know, and obviously with the absence now of boxing after dark and Friday night fights and shit, now Showbox is even gone. You know, we really got to pray that ProBox, Garry Jonas, and that team can, you know, continue to do what it is that they're doing, because they continue to expand and they're branching off into bigger fights, championship level fights. And that's another thing that we'll talk about, because now they're doing championship level fights where it was considered at one point they had a tournament that was called the Last Chance Tournament, I believe. So imagine, man, you got to give these guys credit. They've come a long way in a short amount of time, too. I think they're under 2-3 years only. But welcome. Good morning, King Amin. What it do?
Top of the morning, TBV community. Top of the morning, Skipper. Good topics here. Want to talk about that pull-up, that pull-up right quick, man. You know, it's an interesting world we live in, and you know, they said this kid was from Newark.
Because they had this great game. It was like, guess what race he is? I don't know. They have some sort of chant where they're like, guess what race he is? Like, it's only fair now we play guess what race he is. So Edward King is from Newark, New Jersey.
He got to be black.
Bro, homie's Asian. It's Kang.
What?
He's Asian. He's Asian, bro. Bro,
what part of Newark he live in?
Bro, fuck. What I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be Asian, maybe now. Remember where the Burger King on Broadway is, and they made all those condos in front of the water? I heard that got gentrified.
Very, very much so. Because I don't see him over on Mount Prospect, Ness.
They made a new exit coming off 280, and all that's condos overlooking the water now.
Nah, absolutely. And the colonnades, believe it or not, a lot of college students that go to NJIT.
The Pavilion, I heard it's no longer like the hood. It's crazy.
No.
That's bananas.
Man, it's a gated community now. You know how Maple Gardens is in Irvington? That's how it is now. So you got to get buzzed in, security, you know what I mean? Like,
that's good for Newark though, man. I mean, you know, they gotta, bro, that hood shit gotta stop eventually, bro. Like you fucking up the real estate market.
So that's a more interesting layer, and this kind of more to the point I was going to make, because there's something called the Jersey grudge. Like, people from New Jersey, they'll have a grudge against you and grind that axe for decades at a time. And I'm not saying they don't do that anywhere else, but like, people will hold things against you. It's a very small state, but you either do your best to stay away. Now, how could this young man go from, now respectfully, now that I know he was Asian, he was obviously tech savvy to get this man's address, right? Not to say that the brothers aren't, but
how do you do that though? Charlemagne was saying like maybe because they don't know that, so they also assumed or speculated that possibly the dude on that fake internet shit was like, "Hey, go my address." There been people like, "Drop your addy," and you really dropped and thinking homie ain't gonna pull up.
Because he's an Asian from New Jersey, you sleeping on him and say, yo, drop my addy. This kid ain't going. I'm in Florida. We got stand your ground laws. I got this. I got that. I don't care if you're coming to Florida. But it didn't work out that way. And again, I'm not condoning it. What I'm saying is you don't know how temperamental people can be. And even us, we sit here, we put ourselves in front of the internet for scrutiny every single day. People can make up something. They could see, I hate this nigga King Amin, and they can go and start hitting heavy bag because of me. Hey, get healthy because of me. But trust me, it is not a good idea to go pulling up on people, because the difference is, those people were unprepared because, Florida, I leave my doors unlocked. I'm sitting here. What if this individual was much more hyper vigilant?
They literally left their door unlocked, bro. Homie walked in, the door was unlocked. He walked up to the kid's room. He was playing the game, but had went to the bathroom. So he just waited, bro. When kid walked back in his room, he was already in the strike position with the hammer.
Yeah.
And the hammer's a literal hammer, too. And because, in Florida, you just need a fucking license. They don't even do background till he could have just bought a real fucking hammer and ended him. Not to mention, it's Florida. The fucking family could have had a couple hammers in.
That's
I'm talking
what I'm saying.
The real ones. So, that kid is crazy.
But
it's
apparently
gonna be tough.
His crouching tiger style could not be defeated.
It's gonna be very tough for him, man. And you could tell he was a kid, bro. He asked the sheriff, "How much time you think I get for breaking and entering and aggravated assault?" Homie, that shit they charging you with motherfucking murder, attempted murder, and it's gonna be premeditated. A prosecutor gonna try and obviously look how big the case is already. It's already international. So a prosecutor gonna try and burn this poor kid because he flew. You know how much time you got? You know how many hours go by in purchasing a flight, getting on a plane, going to the airport, all that time you ain't changed your mind. That's premeditated. They're gonna smoke his boots.
So I'm guessing and I'm hoping he's gonna go for some sort of temporary insanity, crime of, even though it don't sound right.
You gotta see, do that even exist in Florida? Remember, that shit is his own world. That dude, DeSantis, ain't no joke.
Because I was thinking, if he goes the angle, I was being bullied online, and it made me have a temporary lapse of clarity. I'm being bullied online. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But not a good idea, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pull up on nobody. And sure as hell, listen, bad idea, man. Don't pull up. Don't pull up on nobody. The time it takes. You taking time away from yourself, from your woman, from your life, from your kids, and about to throw away your whole life because you thought it was cool to be tough on the internet. And again, somebody's going to have something prepared for you. Please don't do that. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, no, listen, some would say he made out okay with getting charged with attempted murder, because he would have walked to the wrong house. He'd have got shot. He'd have got shot, bro. He opened the front door, went into the child's room. The father's there. The father jumped in after he heard the tussle. He could have choked him to death. He could have killed him right there because he don't even know what's going on. I'm just a father protecting my son. Bro, shit is wild out here, bro. I'm telling you. Anyway,
But since we talking about Newark, I know we're talking about Shakur, right?
That's right.
Does Shakur have this Jersey grudge in him such that, when he get a chance, if he gets a chance to go over to Matchroom, he gonna pop up on somebody's doorstep and see him?
I mean, it would have been good to pull up on Dev, but he's no longer with Matchroom and taking some time off. I wanted him to always pull up on Matias in Puerto Rico. And look, one or two losses don't mean nothing. I think Shakur can still make the same statement by signing the Matchroom and asking to fight Matias next. What about you?
I agree. I totally agree, because it covers the demographic. Yo, El Shakur. Start that El Shakur shit, right?
El Shakur.
El Shakur, right? Start that El Shakur shit. Shout out to David Maldonado, right? And then on top of that, you're moving up in weight. I said it yesterday. Anytime you're moving up in weight, there's a degree of difficulty. There's a certain challenge. And, you know, Matias wasn't, you know, now people are going to say if Liam Powell was able to outbox, and Liam Powell and Shakur did lots of sparring, able to outbox.
Wait,
what do you think?
And don't forget that Shakur was out here online saying he put hands on Liam Powell, and Liam Powell was out here saying he put hands on Shakur.
Sure, and the footage is out. So,
and
you
Bill
know,
was saying that footage was old, that wasn't the footage in question.
So, and what that would mean is Liam Powell has been around the block with Shakur, and I think it makes it more intriguing should Shakur sign the Matchroom, step up and fight Matias, and then say, hey, I think I'm interested in Liam Powell because we got a score to settle.
Is the fight as big in Puerto Rico, or does Shakur give Matias the opportunity since he's coming off the loss, and you do that in Newark or in America somewhere, not in Puerto Rico?
Do it in Puerto Rico. Do it in Puerto Rico because you're building. Is it
going to hit the same though? You think they're going to like all Matias fans going to go like? Is he still a main event in Puerto Rico off the loss?
We got to give him well, that's a good point, because does he need to flatten, you know, a mid-level opponent and then
I'm just saying, like, are they going to be able to sell them tickets again?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think they'd be able to unless he flattens somebody first. But this now I think putting it there is still bringing big-time boxing there. So maybe not. You still got to sweeten up the card, right? But maybe you can still have it as a main event, because the whole idea is if he lost to Liam Powell, he can't lose to a guy that they're bringing up a division that's quote unquote, I'm just saying, a fake Puerto Rican in the eyes of Matias's fans. He's not gonna lose to a fake Puerto Rican. He's not gonna lose to Morenito at home. We're gonna get him. You know what I mean? It creates revenge. It creates a storyline, and sometimes
I bet you they already was saying about Pyro, bro. I know they counted Pyro out as an Australian, bro. I don't know. They know who Shakur is, whether they believe he is Puerto Rican or not. They know who he is and them skills. That reputation speaks for itself, I believe. But that's good to hear that you believe it still can do the same, you know, amplification for Shakur in terms of boosting his profile, you know, even though Matias is off for winning. And that's good that you still think he can sell. You know, I don't know that we've ever seen anyone go back home after loss at home. They got to be a serious ticket seller.
When again, I don't know what the numbers were, but I'm willing to go out on a limb and say Top Rank. Excuse me, damn. They must be offering me a check or something. Slipped my mind, right? But Matchroom, the debut of Shakur, right? Now, they kind of did it at home, not kind of. They did it an at-home fight for Boots. And that's what I'm saying. It's a tongue-in-cheek at home for Shakur, bringing him close to those roots. You know what I'm saying? So that I think they could sell it a number of ways. And again, I don't know who's not going to turn out for the big fight that happens to be our guy Matias, because I think it's just still a big fight. Bringing Shakur, you know, as a new signee to Matchroom to Puerto Rico to kind of explore. Imagine if they did some behind the scenes and start doing some folks. You know what I mean? Just I never been here before. You know, they can really build this fight up.
Yeah, well, there's some potential other opponents. You know, outside of Matias, you got Andy Cruz. I don't know how ready Eddie is to do something with Andy. He's a 135-pounder. You know, maybe if right now it's too soon, because I do believe that it is. I'm just throwing out the names that they have. Maybe they can meet at 40. Maybe that's a down-the-line fight. Liam Pardo, you know, maybe you can go straight out of Liam Pardo. Maybe they give you a 140-pound title to get you to sign the Matchroom, making you now, what, a 4-division champ? Again, we talked about Matias. Richardson Hitchens, you got that rivalry. Y'all been talking crazy. There's tweets and Twitter and videos. The friendship gone bad story is beautiful. They could build that up, you know, show them coochie crunch in the beginning, and now they don't even mess with each other. Jack Catterall, Regis Pro Grade winner or loser, you know? And then, depending how long it takes for 1 or 2 fights, maybe Devin Haney's 10 months is up, and he's back. Ryan's 10 months is up, and he's back. It doesn't sound like a bad move for Shakur. Like, if you look at the other side, all you really got is Tank. I don't know. Michelle's with the Zone 2. Pitbull. You got Tank and Pitbull over there if he goes to the PBC side. If that side is accepting, you know, because they sent Milanecki to Top Rank. You know, they're not really doing shit. So, I don't know. Is there a PBC to sign to?
No, absolutely not. I think that would be a terrible idea. But I think, you know, you asked in the question, you know, does or Eddie, you were playing the footage, you know, and Top Rank didn't know how to promote Shakur, right? I think
according to Edward Hearn.
According to Eddie Hearn, of course. And I mean, that's his pitch, but one thing he's right about, or one thing I've been right about, and he knows it ain't enough room for Shakur and Keyshawn. So it's getting a little tight over there at 135. And I've been saying this for months and months on end. You got to be able to make a move. So one of these guys either got to go up, if he were to stay at Top Rank, one of these guys got to go up to 40. And bravely, it's been Keyshawn willing to fight Tio, willing to fight this one. Keyshawn is calling everybody out because even he knows it ain't enough work at 135. So one of these guys are going to have to make a move, and it should be Shakur, because at this point, you know, you want the feeling like Boots got. You want to feel like you're being treated right. You want to feel like you're being catered to. You know, it's still a business, but you just want to feel like things are being pointed your way.
That's another dude, though. Him and Boots cool. They've sparred. He's been down to the dungeon. He probably got Boots' number. I mean, I'm that type of dude. I know everybody ain't like that. A lot of people, quote unquote, keep my business to myself. I'm a dude, I like to ask questions and advice. So if Boots was my friend and I was Shakur in his feet, I'm Shakur, yeah, yo, I'm texting him, yo, bro, what's good? Yo, how they treating you? Like, is really what it's looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with having them conversations? I'm hoping you did that with Andre Ward. I'm hoping you did that with Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, and maybe you didn't, and that's why you're at Top Rank trying to leave Top Rank like people before you that was at Top Rank trying to leave Top Rank.
That's what I was going to say. I couldn't have said it any better.
But I don't think those times are here anymore. Like, Top Rank, they keeping their guys active. Like, they've turned Tiger Johnson, I don't want to say into a household name, but, like, he's on TV enough where people know who Shushu is. They know who Tiger is, you know. We know who Floyd Diaz is. I want to believe, I don't know, I'm a hardcore. I know I'm a hardcore asking another hardcore, but do you think the fact that Top Rank has this ESPN deal and these guys are, you know, paraded on ESPN gives them any extra popularity, exposure versus a DAZN fighter?
Of course it does. The question becomes, but for how long? And I'll say this too. Eddie Hearn had an interesting quote about Sandy Ryan, and he said, you know, it's easy to buy and pay for fights when the fighters are young and you're building them up and they're prospects and contenders. But once they get a world title, the fights become more expensive. You can't put them all on the same card. The fighters need to get paid more, and you can't work with the same budget. ESPN is a great place for you to be built up in the way that Shakur was built up. The problem is homie Wings is too big and he needs to fly the coop. The visibility has gotten him to the point to where we're talking about him as one of the 4 kings. How much more visibility do you need? He needs, in my opinion, to go and test the waters and get some of that exposure. And DAZN having an international audience, I know ESPN does as well, but having a specifically international audience, boxing and darts, I think it opens up a different fan base and a different type of marketing opportunity. That's just me, though.
For those wondering, we're certainly going to be previewing Tio's card tomorrow. We just wanted to go in order. Obviously, Darius Fulghum and DAZN and Golden Boy have their card on Thursday, June 27th, Indio, California. Good test for Fulghum before we open up these lines. Good test for Fulghum. Ellis would be getting an upset if he can get this win. I don't really know of a big time win for Ellis. Like Willie Monroe is always going to have that upset over Harrison way back in the day on that Keith Thurman card. I don't know what Ronald Ellis has. I think right now he's in that category of a tough vet, common opponent with a lot of people. Good fight for Darius to see and show us where he's at. So I'll be picking Darius.
Is he still with Ronnie?
Darius?
Yeah. Oh, no, he was never with Ronnie. I'm mixing him and Tristan Kirkhuth up. I'm sorry.
No, Tristan is also not with Ronnie. I am picking him. He's back at Cruiserweight, but he is with Bomac. Last I remember. His last fight was certainly with Bomac. I'm assuming he ain't changed. And, you know, I'm locked into him. I got a lot of footage on him on a YouTube channel. He's one of the guys I like to watch. He spars a lot with Rob Safar, who you know we made money on, obviously, over the Kovalev. But yeah, I will be picking Tristan for sure over Mario Aguilar. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. But he's also not scheduled on BoxRec to fight Mario Aguilar. It has on BoxRec Anthony Holloway. So
yeah, as is Vaughn Alexander scheduled to fight Darius, but I know that that's inaccurate.
On BoxRec, they got Darius. Let me check BoxRec because I'm on Dan's schedule. Let me see what they got for BoxRec on Darius. Oh, shit. I wonder if they got opponents changes. That's crazy. Vaughn, it's crazy how many fights Vaughn has been getting in the last couple years. Let's be real. Like, look how active he is in 2024. He fought Joshan James, Petriv Kulamakov, Sergey Derevchenko, and now Darius Fulghum. And that was just 2024. In 2023, for Ian Green and Christian Mabili and whoever the hell he got a win over named Brandon Damian Chavez. Bro, he hasn't had a win since Brandon Damian Chavez in August 11th, 2023. So
now,
homie's coming up on almost a year without a win.
But one thing I can say about him, the durability, the time he spent, unfortunately incarcerated, is like, you know what I mean, cryogenic freezing.
How is he not? He is so active. He fought in August, December, February, March, April. Now he's fighting in June.
Yes, I'm telling you, the best ability is availability. He's available. He's ready. He don't gotta be. You know what I'm saying? A guy like that. We need look how it went from Ronald Ellis to who?
I want him to get a win. Listen, this is exactly how it happened for Salido. It took Salido he was like 10 losses, and then in the 11th one, I think, is he got the win. So, you know, listen, It would be great for Vaughn, man. You know, he goes underappreciated as the other Alexander. And truth be told, if you've been in the sport long enough, he was more hyped than Devin.
Absolutely.
The 10 years in jail is what derailed his, career. But people were more hyped on Vaughn than Devin back before Vaughn got into any issues. But moving on the card before we open it up, Eric Priest is back. They're failing Eric Priest over at Golden Boy. We were following them and still are, but they keep doing this. He never has an opponent scheduled. It's always a TBA. And I don't know if that's because he didn't look the greatest in his last fight or not, but I would like them to do a bit better with Eric, especially as a co-main. Let me check BoxRec, though, again, since the schedule and BoxRec are today. They're conflicting. Okay, yeah, BoxRec has him scheduled to fight someone without a picture from Colombia named Janeir Gonzalez, who's coming off a knockout loss to Alejandro Luis Silva at the Thunderdome Studios in Long Beach. Before that, at least he did get a win versus Francesco Fuentes in Colombia, his home country, so I don't know how you value that. So I'll be picking Priest again, but hopefully, again, he looks better than he did in the last fight. And Grant Flores, never heard of him, so I will be learning about him if I make it to the beginning of this card, because he's taking on Josiah Gonzalez in the junior middleweight division. So, again, that's a nice division. Maybe I can check him out. It's only a 6-round fight. Then you got Leonardo Sanchez and Brandon Sanchez, both opening up the card in 2 separate 6-round bouts. So know nothing about those guys. Again, we'll tune in. Not much to do on a Thursday except go to the gym. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't know if you want to make any predictions on the Golden Boy card. If not, I could get to these phone lines.
No, nothing with the Golden Boy card, but a guy that I think that they're doing wrong, and he's not on this one, Ruben. I have trouble. Ruben Kabakava. Yeah, man. He is a prospect. I think he's like 8-0 on Golden Boy. He belongs on Top Rank. He's pretty exciting. He reminds you of probably a more vicious Mark Castro. You know what I'm saying? Kind of Mark Castro kind of got that blank look. This guy looked like he's trying to hit you. He's trying to hurt you. So just a guy I noticed over that Golden Boy could probably use a way out along with Eric Priest. But, hey, man, I'm not complaining about boxing on a Thursday. We got the Pro Box card on Friday. I'm not complaining at all. Let's see what the fans think, though. See what the callers think about this card and everything else.
Let's do it. Going out to Majid. What it do?
Yo. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I seen one where Eddie Hearn was talking about he was interested. They had another one where fucking Golden Boy said they was interested. It sounded like all these motherfuckers, they want that long-term, like they just want that shit so they could rely on having that fighter on their staple and really make some moves. So I feel like all that shit up to him. As far as advertising fighters and all that shit, I don't really be caring about none of that shit because it like you got niggas like Andre Ward. This motherfucker ain't never lose. But himself just was a born motherfucker. So what? His highest purse that he ever got was 10 mil, towards the end of his career. So I feel like Shakur just need to do what he got to do, you know what I'm saying, to stay afloat and keep getting a couple of M's every fight. But Ness, I want to challenge these motherfucking fans, the people. Like, When is it going to be a day where we start challenging all these superstars and all these that shit that they talk about these fighters need? When they going to challenge them niggas to move like a no way move like Usyk move? You know what I'm saying? It's like the standard for these fighters is just being popular and achieving some shit. Then they start saying this person ain't do this person ain't do that. Fuck that bullshit. Challenge these niggas to challenge the big dogs. No ducking, no dodging. Go for that motherfucking undisputed because that's how the real superstars motherfucking get pulled out and weeded out. When people don't have when
Yeah,
they
but
really fight those niggas at the type.
Usyk and Inoue, they fighting for legacy, man. That's what they
Yeah,
care
and
about.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, do these fighters like the legacy of the boxing? Like, what do they like this sport for? The legacy, or do they just like is it just the fan of man? Like, oh, I fuck with Tank, I fuck with Devin Ryan. Like, what it? I'm confused what this shit about. Like, how could you not want the best to fight the best? And if they ain't doing that, why people ain't calling out these promoters? They ain't calling out these fighters and none of that shit. They just, oh, we got 6 or 7 fights. You know, so I came up with this thing called We'll Wait. We're going to sit there and we're going to wait until these motherfuckers actually step up. And when they do, I got money on the shit that I be talking about. But this shit is disgusting to me, man. Everybody want people to climb extra levels to hopefully be chosen and shit. Nah, tell these niggas to just motherfucking fight. If they big dog on the block, who that against the other so-called big dogs on the block? If you ain't doing that, I think that it's some pussy shit. And these fans is fan of man, not boxing. But that's all I got.
All right, Majid. Appreciate you calling in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We got Morgan Cooper with the avatar of the boys. I gotta finish watching that series. I never finished. Welcome to the prospect level. The Axiom, member for 41 months on the contender level. Darius versus Pacheco. Is Darius, I guess he meant if Darius is successful.
I like that.
I think that's way too soon for Darius. I mean, Pacheco's gotten way more, veterans like the likes of Ronald Ellis. I think Darius
What about
needs
Sean,
that.
the homie that
Remember Darius' last fight? He looked horrible against
yeah.
Alantez Fox.
But what about the homie that Diego fought? Sean, forgot his last name.
McCallum?
Yeah.
It's a good fight. That's a good fight. I don't know that. I don't know. I mean, I got to see Darius in this fight. Is he ready for McCallum? McCallum gave Pacheco a tough fight.
And that's what I'm saying. The thing is, it's kind of like, I put it like this. I think if he fights McCallum, that could ruin him. If he fights Pacheco, they'll say he lost to Pacheco, 2 prospects. You know what I mean?
For sure. Let's see what we got. Another super chat coming in from Dre Nice, $2. $12 million deal. Who gonna offer that? He better be cool. I don't know what $12 million he talking about.
Is he talking about that alleged offer from Top Rank?
I guess the 3-5-5 deal, $3 million 5-5 deal.
Yeah.
We got Doug Brown.
Dougie B, what up?
Gotta unmute.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Thanks, y'all. First time caller, long time listener. So thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
So I think he should just stay at Top Rank. I mean, it depends on what his goal is. If he wants to be undisputed at 135, then there's no better way than to stay at Top Rank. I mean, he could go with Brenchek next, and then, after Tank and Loma fight, basically that's the big fight in 2025. But if he wants to go to 140, then Matchroom makes the most sense. But I just, he's only had 2 fights at 135. So I just think he needs to stay put and then just, dominate. I don't really quite understand what's for him at 135 with Matchroom. Am I not seeing something?
Are you not saying something? What do you mean by that?
No, am I not like? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Like, do you guys see something at 135 with Matchroom that is more advantageous, or?
No, because the move to Matchroom would obviously, indicate that he may have to move up for some of the better fights. But look at the other side of it. He stays at Top Rank. Eventually, either him or Keyshawn got to move up. Like, who stays and who moves up, or Top Rank gonna? Because you got two solid investments at 135, right? Who do you choose?
Right.
How do you? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's already been chosen. The narrative's already there for Keyshawn and Tio at 140. So, and if you already got a built-in narrative, I think it just makes sense for Shakur to stay. He's already active at Top Rank. He fights twice a year under them. And once he just gets that bad, like, De Los Santos loss off, De Los Santos win, he won. It's just, he just needs a good look. If he looks good against Artem, then I think he just needs to stay, unify, and then eventually go for undisputed.
So I got a question for you, Doug, real quick. Suppose they got Gustavo Lemos at 140 over there at Top Rank. Suppose Keyshawn moves up. First fight at 140, fights Gustavo Lemos, and then gets the Tio fight. You see that as a plausible, and this is me talking, nobody's told me that, but do you see that as a plausible trajectory, or does he need an introductory fight at 140 and then maybe a Gustavo Lemos or another, and then the Tio fight, if that's the way it would go?
He needs an introductory fight at 140, and it would be better if he just did an introductory fight, and then let's say Sandor wins over Puello, and then he goes the WBC route, and then eventually goes against Tio to unify against the WBO.
I like that.
Like, there's a route there for Keyshawn, and there's a route for Shakur.
Top Rank, I hope you're listening. Doug, give them your Cash App so they can pay you, man.
I know, almost that. I appreciate y'all though. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Right on time. Looks like we got Garry Jonas on the line. Garry, how are you? Good morning.
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good to finally have you on this interview. So where to start? I guess I want the inception, man. What got you into the sport?
Okay, so long story short, Shannon Briggs ran into me after his Klitschko fight, his first retirement, and he wanted me to help him market a product. I was in the internet marketing business, still am, and we got in the gym together. We started working out together. I started training with the coach, Herman Casedo. I got into the sport every morning at 8 in the morning. I was training, learning the game, learning the craft. And then that led into fighters, and next thing you know, I had Johan Guzman, and we had shows on, Telemundo and that kind of stuff. And after a while, that kind of led to being blocked. And I decided, let me go to Mike Tyson and see if he wants to be my partner. Maybe he'll join forces with me and we'll open up doors at Showtime and HBO. That worked to a degree. We had a good run. And we're doing quite a bit of stuff.
You signed Erickson Lubin at 15.
Lubin,
18.
The day he turned 18. Sammy Vasquez Jr., we had champions in Payano and Mendez. Felix Diaz, a gold medalist. We had quite a stable. A bunch of guys ranked in the top 5. But then one day I got a call from Fox, Showtime, and ESPN and Spike all the same day, saying, hey, we're not going to be able to do business with you anymore. Essentially what happened was Waddell and Reed and PBC, Al Heyman got together, and they bought out all the TV time. They bought it. Normally they pay us. Now they were paying them. So that's a radical move. And we had no more TV time. I called Mike. I said, Mike, we've got 10 guys in the top 5 and we don't have TV for them. So he said, all right. Like I said, I don't want to be in this business if that's what can happen. So if TV has that little regard for the industry of boxing and would do such a thing, let's get out of here and and he said, what are you going to do with the fighters? I said, I'll bring them to Heyman. Follow the money. Let them prosper over at Heyman's. And we took 12 fighters on one day to Al Heyman's side of the fence and let them operate there, and they all did very well. So from that point on, I sat down and I watched, and I knew that if I was ever going to get back into this nest, it was going to be not as a promoter. I wanted to get back into it as a TV network. I wanted to compete with them because they had such little regard for boxing. I think boxing's always been at the back of the bus because of the networks, and that it could be done better. So that's where I sat down and sort of planned, and I watched the sports streaming technology evolve. And when the time was right, I set up ProBoxTV, designed to be your boxing channel, like the golf channel and the tennis channel. That's the programming slate, which isn't done in boxing, but so what? And slowly but surely, I will develop this brand and take it up the ladder and hopefully make the sport better.
And I think that you're already doing that in such a short amount of time. Are you guys working on your third year now?
Yeah, we just finished year 2. If you think that our first event was May of 2022 with Jean Pascal and Fenlong Meng, we're just embarking on our third year. And, we've developed the fight series, I think, nicely. I think most people may not understand it. All we did is say, look, let's go after all the fighters that didn't make the Zone's platform or ESPN's platform at the time, Showtime. Let's go after those fighters, the best of the rest, and bring them over here, but with two exceptions. One, if they're runners, holders, they don't throw a lot of punches, they're not welcome. And that's just because we know that if you guys don't know who these people are, I better give you a fan-friendly, action-packed fight. Number one. Number two, they had to fight each other. They're not getting any cupcakes. We're not promoting them to make the fans think they're King Kong and get them to a championship. They're not my fighters. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I care that the fans get a great fight. That's my mandate that night. So I can't care about who wins. So I go get these guys and I say, you're going to fight each other. And this is how you earn your way back to those platforms. And Hot Rod's fighting on August 3rd in LA. He's fighting Morrell. It worked for him. Angelo Leo is fighting August 10th against Lopez on Top Rank for a championship. It worked for him.
In Albuquerque, though, that's something we got to touch on. How'd you guys do that? Because you're saying Angelo Leo's fight, but he is a pro box fighter. And essentially, he's getting a title shot in his hometown on Top Rank. So that's another conversation I would love to have.
Well, and I can make it really simple for you because Top Rank understands we're not a promoter. We're a TV network, and we work with everybody. We should. It's what's best for the sport. So if they want to go into Albuquerque and Angelo Leo's from Albuquerque and they want to use him, they're free to use him. I only own Angelo Leo's TV rights, and I can assign them at any time to Top Rank and ESPN. And I will because it's what's best for Angelo. I wanted to get Angelo a shot at a title. I'm not going to freeze him over at ProBoxTV. We're not there yet. We will be one day, but not now. So do what's right. That's going to be a hell of a fight. So I promised all those fighters that I won't stand in their way, that I'm just a springboard at this time to getting them in bigger and better fights. And it's been working.
How many years does your plan, how many years is left on the plan in terms of expansion?
I would say we're on track. The first thing was to build a product. And some people ask how these guys making money. It's like, okay, well, when you see a skyscraper going up, you think they're making money? Business works in a way where first you're going to have to build your product and you're not going to generate revenue. But don't compromise your product to try to generate revenue. Build a good product. That's what phase we're in now. The second phase is build an audience. And then once you've got a product and an audience, and those two things have matured to a level, now you can go monetize your audience. We're getting there. We've now got 1.7 million unique frequent viewers on YouTube. We've got 1.5 million unique viewers on Boxing Scene. I'm sure there's a little overlap, so I wouldn't add them together completely. We're growing. We're on Fubo. We're on Amazon Prime for free. We're expanding all that reach. I think our reach is expanding rapidly to the point where now, Ness, probably starting next year, I'm going to put a deck out and we're going to see some real ad revenue. And I did promise the fans that I'm going to try to make it free. You can't make it free by charging subscription right away. You have to build the audience and then bring it to the advertisers and say, okay, how much is this worth? Once you start seeing that, then you can tell, hey, am I going to be able to go to championship boxing and keep this free? Or at the 11th hour, do I have to go back to the fans and say, okay, look, I tried the best I could. The advertisers are paying for a lot of it. But if we want to do championship boxing, we want to do $3 million cards here, you guys are going to have to chip in. But at least it'll be nominal if it's not free. So in order to do what I'm doing, it's steps. And I'm the turtle, I'm not the rabbit, right? Jay-Z and 50 Cent and Triller and BLK, those were rabbits. I'm the turtle. Go slow, steady. Take your time, do it right. And I think we've done a good job at building a solid platform, and people appreciate our fight series. But our fight series is going to slowly go to contender and then championship. People appreciate the news and the talk shows and us beating the drum like you do it, and it's important for the sport. If you're not beating the drum and you're not talking about the sport can't thrive. So I'm sort of hitting on all angles and fan engagement with news and talk show and doing it at a more sophisticated level, I think. And then a fight series that's predicated on evenly matched action fights. And I will do that at the contender level and the championship level.
Now, we had an earlier conversation, I think last year, where there was a plan to keep it free on YouTube based off the ad revenue and the viewership. You believe if you can get a certain amount of views, you might not have to charge the fan. I've been watching the fight series grow in viewership. Obviously, it's not doing 1 million views per fight yet. But do you believe that model can still work?
Yeah. I think eventually we pull it off of YouTube and we get them to install the app. But the app, we were building out the technology to inject ads. So that's why I left it on YouTube for an extended period of time. But the app right now is free as well. And it's got a better resolution, everything. I'm just finishing out putting live chat technology on it so that when the YouTube people that come over and they really appreciate the live chat side of it, they have the same feature. So I'm not going to force the YouTube people over until they've got everything just right on the ProBoxTV app, but that's going to happen soon. And really the reason is because I can inject ads and make more revenue. There's limitations, as you guys know, with YouTube monetization, so that'll never be able to maintain free on YouTube. But as far as building a brand and a marketing in year 1 and 2, it's been great. There's been a lot of exposure from YouTube.
So you talked about Hot Rod. That was another big opportunity for him. He's getting a huge opportunity with Morrell on the card with Terrence Crawford and Turki Al-Sheikh. But you got him the Sullivan Barrera fight, and many others before that. Shout out to Ryan Rickey as well, because we've watched him just be this contender. I've been following him since he fought live in the Barclays Center. I thought he beat Marcus Brown, and he didn't get that win. But here we are, and he gets this massive opportunity. And ProBox has helped him and many other fighters get to that level. I don't know. How does that make you feel? Are you proud that the product is working in a way not only for yourself but for the fighters? They're starting to see the springboard, conversation that you're giving them.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Anytime you plan to do something that's different than what everyone else is doing and it plays out, it's a great feeling, right? That's one of the the intoxicating things in business that you get. You're doing it with the Boxing Boys. So yeah, it's great to see for the fighters. It's great to see for my credibility with the fighters. So it's bringing us a lot more fighters now. We're slammed with very high quality fighters that want to fight on ProBoxTV. Things like that lead to the Lamont Roach fight this weekend and championship fight. That's all been part of the credibility. And by the way, I believe today it'll be signed. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. Hopefully, Louis doesn't get mad at me. But McCumbee is going to be fighting Caleb Plant, I believe, August 17th.
Trevor McCumbee.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I've been talking that guy up. I wanted him to get the Berlanga fight in Orlando.
Right.
I think Berlanga should have went immediately into Trevor McCumbee after this whoever he fought. I was at that other one in Orlando, but yeah, I was there for the Trevor fight in your event. I told people he has a decent little fan base. I can see him getting a big fight with Caleb Plant now and selling a lot more tickets. And he looks the part. He looks the part. Oh my God, my audience is gonna laugh because I'm always bringing up Trevor for Berlanga. That's insane. I love that. Wow, Plant. Wait a minute, because oh my God, I'm trying to remember. Someone just said Plant turned down an offer. That's strange. Turned down an offer to fight Trevor McCumbee. Wow.
Yeah, so it's been talked about in social media. It's been buzzing around a little bit, but I think we just got it done last night. Some paperwork was sent out. So
that's awesome.
It'll be official by the end of the day. And which is great. So that makes us August 3rd. We're in LA with Hot Rod. August 10th, we're in New Mexico, right? Albuquerque with Angelo Leo. And August 17th, I'm not sure where, but we're with McCumbee and against Plant. So good little run.
Nice. But I do want to talk about the expansion. I mean, ProBox left the nest, and now you're going all the way to the DMV. And I've also noticed that your, production truck is the one that's sending the signal to Dazn for the MVP and Box Lab shows. So, yeah, I wanted to know about that. That's impressive.
Yeah, apparently people think we do a good job with production, and we do it efficiently, and we're reliable. So that's how that MVP business came about with Dazn. And there's been more discussions about us doing television production for others. So that's nice to see. The DC thing is about taking the circus on the road, man. Like let's test this out. In boxing, just because you can make a fight doesn't mean you should do it. It's operationally intense to run a boxing television network. So this is my way of testing our chops at going to a city, going into an arena, rolling our trucks in, rolling our production team, putting our teams on the road, and executing and doing a good job with it. So I'm the kind of guy that the Turtle's going to test and make sure we get it right before we step to it in an aggressive way. So that's what this is. That's a little sign of the future, is us taking on a little championship fight and testing our chops at running a major league production with it.
I'm not going to lie. Like, when I first, found out about ProBox and I'm checking everything out, I never thought that truck could make it to DMV. And I'm not saying it looks bad. It looks, for all I know, it's brand new. But I'm just thinking, as a businessman, there's no way Garry went and bought a brand new television production truck. Evidently, that truck must be pretty new. That's like very far, right? And then I heard rumors you guys might have went to Houston. There was a possibility of a situation that could have happened in Houston. And I'm like, okay. Again, just impressed, very impressed, man, because you're set up for success. You know, we just need the boxing fans to get behind you, evidently. You're doing right by us, especially in a time where we've lost Boxing After Dark. We've lost Friday night fights. We don't have Showbox, and in enters ProBox, and I'm certainly loving what you guys are doing, and the fact that you work with so many people. You know, I love seeing Samson there and Bo Mac there, and it's growing. It really is growing, you know. My hope for you, though, is a bigger venue. I know you guys, you know, I mean the same thing you have going on, just a bigger compound, but venue, though, because it's only 800 right now. And I know it'll get there when it gets there. When it's necessary, I'm sure you'll make that move. But that's always been my dream. I've been speaking that into the universe. I feel like what you have, we don't have. And the only thing like it is the UFC, right, in terms of their facility down the street. And if you can only get a bigger compound, you can potentially be that. Like, boxing doesn't have a one-stop shop. You know, you're housing fighters. They're training there. They turn around and fight there. You're giving some of them jobs. I mean, it's just it's a good look, man. It's a good look, and I hope that people get behind you. Are you opening up to investors, or are you just looking strictly for ad revenue and keeping it in-house? I mean, have people approached you? Because from the outside looking in, it looks like, you know, it is working.
Yes. So yes, we've been approached, and we are going to step to it. When we step to championship boxing, that's going to be in a financial investment that is going to surpass me, right? I'm comfortable with what we're doing now. I could run what we're doing now forever. But there'll come a point where I'm going to step to championship boxing where that's going to require institutional money. And we have a lot of interest, a lot. And you know, Ness, what I did was bootstrap this, right, with my own money to a point, knowing that if I did that, I'd have a much better chance of getting institutional money because they respect the fact that I did the hard part on my own. So sometimes in business, that's what you have to do. You have to find a way to do it yourself, get it to a point, get that level of respect, credibility, numbers are there, followers are there. Then you can go to institutional money with that, and it makes it a lot easier to raise the money. So, no, I think we're going to get funded. I think somebody's going to give me a bag. No, somebody's going to give me a stack. And they're going to say, go sit at that table. See that table over there that's roped? Hold on. See that table over there that's roped off? It's Turkey Al-Sheikh and the Russian oligarch Blavatnik and Bob and Al and all those guys are going to say, here, take this stack and go sit at that table and fuck them up.
Well, damn, I didn't expect that, because I was going to say my next question was, has Al-Sheikh reached out? I mean, again, he seems so interested in helping the growth of the sport that I would hope that he would want to invest, because you're grassroots. Again, I know you want to get into championships, so maybe that becomes a conflict of interest when you cross that bridge. But right now, you know, you are the Boxing After Dark, the Friday night fights, the Showbox, and occasionally, you know, you got a championship fight on those networks if possible, or a special occasion. But yeah, I think that, you know, the consistency in keeping those fighters underneath contenders and prospects, underneath contenders, keeping those prospects busy is what turns them into tomorrow's stars. And having your platform is allowing a lot of these guys, like Najee Lopez, we love him. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing his thing. I believe his last fight was a great step up with my dude from Delray. I can't remember his name, but I know he's always wanted the Benavidez fight. Yeah, that guy's a tough, durable fighter. Najee did good to be somewhere under 10 fights. So, again, you know, I know everybody wants to grow, and championship boxing is probably your end goal, but we still need that developmental series, hardcores especially. We turn up for those developmental fights. We want to see a guy, tested, and that's what Pro Box is doing, which Showbox really wouldn't do. They wanted to build the next champion, and Boxing After Dark, they were just giving whatever promoter they had to deal with is like, hey, put your guys on there, but we weren't getting this level of matchup, so we don't want you to lose, what you started.
Well, look, I appreciate everything. You've been a big support, and we appreciate you guys very much. Back to what you said about, Turkey Al-Sheikh. No, they haven't reached out. They've reached out to my employees. They've reached out to my writers. They've reached out to my commentators. Hasn't reached out to me. And you know what? I take that as a compliment. I do. Because I think he realizes that I'm not going to bend the knee. I'm going to do what I'm doing, right? And I'm my guy, and he's his guy, and he's going to do what he does. And I don't knock what he's doing. I think some things I could knock, but for a guy who's a rookie, he's trying. He's throwing around a lot of money. His fights are on a network that's expensive, man. And he's throwing out these fights, but there's like $85 fights, pay-per-view. I don't know if that's really going to develop the sport. He took a heavyweight classic fight and he put it in a Tesla. I mean, people have to understand crowd noise and crowd energy breathes life into a fight, into a TV production. If that fight was in the UK or that was in the US, that fight would have been wild. And he put that.
You talking Usyk Fury?
Yeah. He put that in a place you could hear a pin drop.
No, I guess that we are, we're just going to always look at it differently. You're looking at it as a television network, and I'm looking at the fight. The fight, regardless of where it was at, it played out
100%.
well, and it'll live forever because he beat Fury. A lot of people didn't expect that, and the way that he beat Fury.
I'm thinking about it as the next nest. I have to pay attention to the business. If the business prospers, you get what you want. So from a business perspective, Ness, where you earn new fans, right, is in big moments. And new fans end up watching because their buddy's watching, and they're watching, and they're going, oh, hey, this is boxing. And that crowd wasn't roaring. That crowd was quiet as a mouse. So us who are into it, we could appreciate the fight without the noise and the energy in the building. But new fans, to convert them to boxing, they should have seen that thing in all its glory. And that would have been wild if it was in Vegas or it was in Wembley Stadium. That would have been wild. And it lost that. So all I'm saying is, as a businessman, I have to consider the growth of the sport. That fight needs to be put on at the right time and the right place to really give the full essence of what boxing can be. And so my advice to him is, don't do it in Saudi Arabia anymore. That's not the point. Bring the sport to where the energy is and people really appreciate it. And more fans will tune in on TV and go, wow, everybody really loves this stuff. This must be something here. And I know it sounds trivial, but that's how you grow your sport. So,
but you guys have two different objectives, though. His end goal is obviously to bring tourism to his country and make Saudi Arabia the new Las Vegas. So, the atmosphere that's lacking is because we haven't traveled there yet, as a public or a boxing public.
I agree. I think one or two things may be true. That could be an excuse so he could have some fun, the same way he did with golf and the same thing he's doing with soccer. There's a lot of ways to build a tourist industry. There's been a lot of very successful tourist countries. They didn't do it by trying to control, dominate, or spend lavish money on a sport that, he could have spent that money just flying people to Saudi and giving them a free trip in a hotel and expose them to Riyadh. And if it is a great place, it'll sell itself. If it's not a great place, it'll be one and done. So call me a skeptic, I'm not convinced that that's an excuse to indulge.
So, what do you think about him coming to LA? And you don't sound like, how'd you even do business with him? Because you obviously got hot right. You don't sound like you know, like you want to have a cup of coffee with him.
No, I would. I mean, look, again, all things in good time. You know, and I'm a businessman. It doesn't all have to be one way or the other. We've been very complimentary of him on our show. I'm just calling balls and strikes. There are good things that he's doing, and there are not good things that he's doing. And I'm not going to be so trusting till I see it play out. In the meantime, I'm going to run my race and do what I do. And he's not hurting us. He's good for the sport. If he's going to go out and he's going to spend his money to promote Riyadh, let's say that's true, and he's going to spend his money and make the biggest fights, so he's like putting a cherry on our existing cake. I don't have a problem with that. The fact that he's working with who he's working with, he's doing some of the things he's doing, it's still, I'm going to remain skeptical till I see it all play out. You know, you got to look at what happened with Live Golf. That didn't really play out. That fizzled. PGA's intact, stronger than ever. Greg Norman's gone. And where is Live Golf? So I mean, you know, Ness, I'm a businessman, right? I'm going to look, I'm going to read between the lines, and I'm not going to take things at its face, but I'm going to remain open-minded, which is why I'm going there. They asked our team to come and do a show there and cover it from there. So there's dialogue. And maybe he's going to be great for boxing, and maybe not. And I'm going to remain like that until the fat lady sings and I see that this guy has got absolute confirmation that he's going to play well with others. And there's some signs, Ness, that he's not playing well with others. Just no one's talking about it yet.
Oh, do tell, because we see from the outside he's working with PBC. He's working with Dazn. He's worked with Salida. He's worked with Adrian Clark and Fighters First. I mean, he's open. He's working. Eye of the Tiger from Canada. I mean, who is he? He's worked with Top Rank. Who is he not working with? And obviously he worked with you.
With everybody. He's working with everybody. I'm just not sure he's working well with everybody. Let's let it play out. It's really early.
So what do you think of this potential buyout that's been floating around?
No. First of all, the numbers he threw out there are asinine. I mean, that's not the numbers. So I don't know where he comes up with those numbers. But second of all, do you know how long those deals would take? You're talking 2 years at the minimum to pull that off. You can say that, but the actual execution of something of that magnitude is huge, hugely, and it's going to take a ton of time. And I don't think it's going to play out. I really, if I were going to predict, the UK guys, they've basically said, do what you want, right? I don't think the Americans are going to fall in line like that. I don't think they're going to hand the sport over to them. I think they've worked too hard their whole lives to create something. And the guy just shows up and throws a bunch of money around and they're just going to hand it over to him. I don't think they will. So now it's a question of, can they get along on their terms, right? If Al Sheikh wanted to invest in the sport, anybody would say yes. But it sounds like he wants to do more than invest in the sport. It sounds like he wants to control the sport and dictate. And I think there's a lot of guys out there that in the end won't go along. So all I'm saying is just read between the lines. This is going to take time to really play out. At the infancy, no one's going to say no. You want to make some great fights, you want to throw some big money around, that's fine. But whoa, like how will this play out when he's saying, okay, I want to buy all of you guys and you're all going to work for me? Are they really going to do that? I think the two guys in the UK will. I don't think the Americans will. So now how does that end up? How does that play out?
Since you've been a promoter, it's a perfect question to ask. How does that even work? Like, how can you buy Top Rank? The fighters are only on contract for an extended amount of time, and they're 1099s anyway, right? Like if you sell your company, I'm sure there's a loophole where I don't have to go with you. I don't, right? Or how's that? What can Top Rank sell its company and the fighters are attached?
To some degree, yes. It depends on the contract that's been negotiated. Some people don't agree with that clause. Some people do. Top Rank's got a library. It has a ESPN contract, but that ESPN contract's coming up now. So what are you buying? A library? A limited time with these fighters? How much value do you put on that? You know, is Top Rank making $200 million a year? No, they're not. God bless them. I like the people at Top Rank. I'm not criticizing them right now. I'm just giving you the straight business understanding that I don't even know where he threw those numbers around. 700, 800 million, 900 million. That was Eddie Hearn went to Forbes and said, write an article and say we're all worth this compared to the UFC. And the next thing you know, that was going to, that's unfounded. They should put out their P&L and I'll prove it to you.
Man, us as fight fans, obviously, we hear buyouts, mergers. We think we're singing Kumbaya, you know, but it sounds like you believe the businessmen are going to want to keep their business. But I'm looking at it like Bob's 80-something, 90 years old. He's been doing – he promoted Evel Knievel jumping over the Grand Canyon. He's tired. You know, so yeah, maybe Todd wants the company, but again, it's not his. This is my baby, so I have issues letting go.
Yeah,
Someone
but,
that is receiving it, he say again.
It's his legacy. It's his legacy. He's built a fantastic brand, and does he want to just ship it off and have the brand disappear and run by people that he may not have faith in, that they know what they're doing with the business? I mean, does he need the money? No, but now it's about legacy. And so that's hard, man. When you worked your whole life to build something and somebody's just going to roll it into something else and dispense of it, that's a big ask. And I would assume that.
But isn't it for the betterment of the sport, though? You don't think the UFC, as a network now, doing what you're doing, you don't think the UFC model would work in boxing?
Oh, there's no doubt it could be for the betterment of the sport. I was just trying to give you the practicality of pulling this off. If you're asking me, would one league be better for the sport? 1,000%. The sport is broken. This construct doesn't work. It's underachieving at a massive level. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. The bigger picture. So, yeah, the sport needs to improve, and the promoter, manager, sanctioning body construct is a broken one that won't allow for full potential. Period. End. Now, the question is how to fix that, right? And is the Saudis and the two UK companies acquiring everybody and rolling it into one? What's their plan? I don't know what their plan is, but dude, just if you don't do it right, it's going to be worse. You got to make sure if you're going to make that transition that you have a solid plan, a well-founded plan, something that you've been working on your whole life, not a year sitting up at the treetops. I'm not convinced that anybody could jump into the game. I don't care how smart you are, jump in the game and create an entirely new construct that works. No. So, no, I agree with you. It would be better if everybody was consolidated and all the fighters fought out of one pool and get the best fight the best all the time. And I think there are other things that need to be fixed. And Dana White has the luxury of saying, hey, both fighters are fighting for my company, so I only want the fans to win. All of that's important, and boxing needs to get there. The big question is how, and can we afford screw-ups along the way? Will that be even more damaging to the sport? So when we do, if we ever make that move, and I'd like to see it happen in my lifetime. It has to happen right. It cannot be done well. So is he the guy to do it with Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren? I have reservations.
Understandable. I got a couple questions here from the people. I got Ruin of 504 says, Pro Box has a real loyal following amongst hardcore boxing fans. Do you think any expansion of the brand would hurt that?
Not as long as we stay true to the principles that brought that hardcore fan base. What worked for them, right? The evenly matched action fights, the no promoter in it. Like we keep it true, right? Our fights are fast paced, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go. They want to see fights. They don't want to see ring walks. So that's an example of the little things that we've done where we think we've identified the hardcore fan and what he wants. So we're not going to leave that. We can expand and stay true to those principles.
How difficult do you think it's going to be? Because obviously as the fights get to the championship level, it's a higher pay. And those guys seem less willing to get in the way that you match at Pro Box.
You know, it's interesting. I think that there are two types of fighters. There are those who are nervous, anxious, and want to be protected, and their fathers are involved and the managers are involved. And then there's the other type, man. The other type want to go. They don't care. They know if they're going to be champion, they got to beat that guy. So let's do it now. There's two types, Ness. We seem to be able to identify that type that wants to find out what he's got now and has that competitive instinct. So that's what our brand's going to be about. Those are our fighters. They're going to be action fighters. I don't mind boxers. I just want busy boxers. I don't want holding and running and a low punch count. They can box and be very entertaining, but you gotta want to find out. You don't want to hide till you're 20-0 fighting tomato cans, and then you're going to get embarrassed and you're going to lose. So what do you? You're delaying the inevitable. There's too soon for a fighter. I agree with that. And Najee and Blast are a couple of examples of me challenging them, but threading that needle, not going too far, right? But then at a certain point, come on now, you got your man body. It's time to go, right? You've been doing this for years. You've been training for years. Let's do this. Let's see what you got. And there is a right time for it. And so I think that it's refreshing to see that there are a lot of fighters in boxing, given the opportunity, they're going to go after it. And I let them know, I don't care if you lose. Take a loss, I bring you back. Be entertaining. No, they have my word and my promise. And by the way, I stay true to it. You haven't seen me release one guy who lost. I don't do that. As long as he's entertaining. The only guys who got released are guys who were boring. And that's my commitment to the fan. But they know one loss doesn't change, so they'll go and they'll test themselves in tighter matchups. And that's the answer to that question.
I got James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. Okay. He says, what's your thoughts on Nestor Gibbs' plan of prepaying for possible pay-per-views? So we haven't discussed that, but you do have the platform where on ProBoxTV, oh man, you even got Boxing Scene. That's something we didn't talk about. That was an amazing purchase, but you do have Boxing Scene. On Boxing Scene, imagine having these hypothetical fights that we want. Like right now, we want to see Tank in a number of fights, right? Let's say Tank Shakur, Tank Devin, Tank Ryan rematch, Tank Pitbull Cruz. On your website, you have these potential matchups, graphic imagery, all this nice jazzy stuff to get our attention, but it's a pre-buy. When I purchased my Adidas Yeezy sneakers, I put my credit card information. If they have my size, if I win the raffle, then they charge me. same scenario for me. If ProBox TV gets enough people that signed up saying, yeah, ProBox, here's my $50, I'll certainly prepay for Tank versus Isak Cruz. Now you have this data. Why did you purchase this pay-per-view? For Tank, for Isak. You have their information. You don't get to charge them, but you have a commitment from a potential buyer, which also eliminates all the thievery. Everybody's stealing, right? But these fights that we want, if we can get enough interest beforehand, imagine having 150,000 pre-buys, right? 150,000 people that say, yeah, we want Isak Cruz versus versus Tank. That's enough to get that fight. The rest, they get on the back end with their pay-per-view buys. But, you know, guarantees aren't that much these days. Top-ranked fighters get bigger guarantees than most pay-per-view fighters. Most pay-per-view fighters are getting $1 million or so guaranteed up front. Everything is coming on the back end with the pay-per-views. But it's just a pre-buy, you know, so that the networks know what we want versus giving us fucking pay-per-views we don't want. We don't want these pay-per-views that you're giving us. At least if you give us the ability to tell us what you want and show us with our wallet, maybe you guys can make the right decisions moving forward, because I love what Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing, but that's not a pay-per-view for me. Is it because of the value in the fighters that he has on that card? Absolutely. But the minute they lost Tim Tszyu and Virgil Ortiz, that wasn't even a pay-per-view for me. Like, Crawford is fighting a dude I never heard of. Obviously, I'm a hardcore, so I know him. Big Baby's coming off of a beating. Andy Ruiz got 3 years of inactivity. David Morrell's finally stepping up. Like, what are we talking about? You making us pay for shit we didn't ask for. But if you at least let us tell you what we want, you might get the money that you're looking for versus these ridiculous pay-per-view numbers. I mean, look at the rumors, right? They're saying Tank did 200,000. I hope that's not true. We need a new star.
So where were you 15 minutes ago? Because that was a great point about August 3rd. A great point.
That's the only thing he heard.
Right. But I'll tell you that, no, Ness, that idea is a great idea. And what you're talking about is a marketplace. You're talking about things that eBay have done and that others are doing, where we're kind of bringing the fighters and the fans closer together, and we're the broker, and we're saying, hey guys, talk to each other, right? If the fans want to get together and put their money together and say, hey, we want you to fight that guy, and we're offering you guys the money. Now, you promoters and managers and all, you can get together and make the event, but we want to dictate what we're going to see, and this is what we're, as a group, we have this buying power, right? Like Costco. We've banded together, and we want to put our money down. We want to dictate what we want to see. And by the way, the boxers will never say no to the fans. They're too vain. As soon as the fans ask, promoters can ask, anybody could ask. If the fans ask directly, the fighters will do what the fans want. They're too vain. So I think it's a great idea. It's a bear to execute. It's a big bear. It's a technology play, a lot of arrangements and details. There's trust. There's going to be escrows and lawyers and guarantees that none of us who are controlling the money run off with it. Right? There's a lot to do there to make that actually play out in practice. So step one is that somebody coalesce the fan base and create a place. That's what a boxing channel, ProBox TV, is meant to be. I don't know if we'll pull it off. I have no idea, right? It's a big play. It's an idea. And if it doesn't succeed, I'll be happy I tried. There's no guarantee in that element in anything that you do in business. So you put yourself out there and you may fail. But ProBox TV would be an environment that if we had 3 million hardcore boxing fans in the U.S., all residing in Pro Box TV, would we be able to organize everyone to put their money in a deposit for the fights they want to see? Then your idea would work.
And remember, it's not a deposit. They're just putting their credit card. Until you guarantee the fight, they don't get charged. But you have that, amount of people. And again, you were a former promoter, now you're a television network. Is there a fight that you can't make if you have $7,500,000 up front? Is there a fight you can't make?
You're 100% right. So yes, so I see what you're saying. So that nuance of saying, okay, the money's there, but it's not there. You can't touch it until you get it. Yeah, I think that can work. We've got to create that place where all fans can go and do that. And then it's interesting, the pressure that it puts on promoters and fighters. Because
since again, you have the platform, let me spice this up for you, right? You incentivize, Garry. Like you said, you came on earlier in the interview and you complained that the pay-per-view was $80. Tell a guy like me, pay up front $50, save $30. Like I'm the guy that's paying on Dazn versus ESPN, because on ESPN it's an extra $10. Dazn, you might get $20 off if you're an existing subscriber. These things matter to people. Maybe not in your 20s, but as you get older, you count in your dollars. That matters. You know what I mean? So if you're going to give me an opportunity to pay you up front so that you can get the commitment to make this fight, but I also get a discount. Maybe you can incentivize with a discount. Incentivize with a free fucking shirt. But they don't give us anything, Garry. And I hope when you start doing pay-per-view, you understand this. If you're making me pay for the view, I better fucking keep it. Because if not, I'm going to steal it. That's what boxing fans are doing. You're charging us, and then we can't wake up and see the fight. If I fell asleep because I'm 40 fucking something, I can't watch the fight in the morning because you want me to pay again for something I already paid for. So the model is broken is all we're saying.
You're 100% right. I couldn't agree with you more. And I think that somewhere along the line, you got to get away from it, because what you're paying $80, you're paying for other people who steal it. You are. And it's just sort of, the whole thing is flawed. And the Super Bowl's not pay-per-view. NBA finals were not pay-per-view. Why can't boxing be ad-supported? I want to understand that. So you're talking about some nominal contributions from the fans. If Canelo wants 35 million, will 10 million fans contribute $5? But the core of it should be ad-supported, like all the other major league sports that are more expensive. But how do you fix that? If no one's willing to do it, now Turkey's not trying to do that. And that's part of my problem. He's wanting to do the same thing, expecting a different result. The only thing he's saying is, come on, man, let's spend even more. If Tank only had 200,000 buys, do you want him to tell you why? There's pay-per-view fatigue. Did they all believe, between DAZN and PBC, do they really believe that you can do 10, 15 pay-per-view fights a year and it's not going to start affecting the numbers that people are? It's real money. How much are you going to pay for the sport of boxing
last year we legit got at least 1 month with 2 pay-per-views. It's insane. We're getting a pay-per-view at the rate we're going. We're getting a pay-per-view every month or every other month. It's insane.
I think you're on pace between what the Saudis and DAZN are doing and between what PBC's doing. I think you're on pace for 15 to 20 this year.
Well, PBC is definitely going slow this year. They've only done the Canelo and the Tank. They have nothing. They need to really contact you.
Fundora and thing. That was their first.
Oh, yeah. Fundora.
They're already at 6 months in. And there's going to be more. They got September. They got another Canelo. They'll probably do another Tank. There's going to be more. Crawford left, so Crawford's now over there, but now Crawford's doing his over there. Your Fury, your Usyk. I mean, it's if we all add it up, it's
No, and
it's,
AJ's fighting too. I'm sure they're gonna charge us for that because they charged us for the Ngannou fight. That's what I'm saying. They don't know what they're doing. They're charging us for the wrong things. Like Bivol was free versus Better Beef. Had it happened, it was going to be on ESPN free. But the rest of the card you're paying for, it's like, I don't know, man. Look, I don't want to keep you. You know I can talk forever. If there's anything that you want to mention that we haven't brought up, please do.
Look, like I said, we can talk forever. So it's been a good conversation. I just wanted to make sure the fans knew that we're not going tomorrow night. We missed last Wednesday. It's Friday night, June 28th in DC in an arena. Show's going to start at about 5:30. Lamont Roach Senior's No Excuse Promotions. He's going to put all I'm giving him the undercard to mess with. At 8 p.m., we're going to do the main card. And I suggest people download the app, man. The resolution is so much better. It looks so much better. If you have Apple TV, if you have any of the ability to put it on your TV, because we're on all the platforms, watch it through the app. It's such a better resolution and viewing experience than on YouTube. And if you can't, then enjoy it on YouTube. That's for free in both places. And it should be a good night of fights. Look, Lamont is taking his first title defense. So it's not as competitive, I would say, in the matchup. But watch out. Last week we had how many upsets? Liam Parrow beat Matias, right?
3 upsets last week.
Yeah. So I think Fergal's going to come out and fight. I think it's going to be an action fight. I think it's going to be a fun fight for as long as it lasts. But obviously, yes, he's a favorite, Lamont. It's not a 50-50 fight. But I think it'll be fun. And I put, Lester Martinez and Goncora as the co-main. That's going to be the fight of the night.
That's a good fight. Finally, Lester gets a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, man.
So
that's
going to be a great fight. And Lester, for those who don't know him, that kid just at 168, he's all action. He goes and goes and goes. He's fun to watch. And then you've got Dimangani and Tellez, which is just going to be a barn burner, right? A banger. That's just going to be pure action. So there's 2 10-rounders and a 12. The 2 10-rounders will come on about at 9 o'clock, leading into Lamont Roach's fight. I think it'll be fun, and I think it's. If you guys ain't doing anything Friday night, come out and watch the fight.
I got a few more. What did you think of the Blue Nose fight? Because you're the network that happened on your TV.
Yeah, I mean, what did I think was going to happen?
No. The outcome. Did you think that was the right decision?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's been some. I thought weird
Blue Nose
scores.
pulled it off.
There's going to be some weird scores, okay? But Cardoso just kept coming with the volume, and Blue Nose fought in spurts, but he didn't carry the rounds, and I think he just wore him down. The volume wore him out, and he stole a lot of rounds by just keep coming and coming and coming. So,
would you do the rematch? Has anyone asked for the rematch?
They haven't.
What?
They haven't. When I say they, Blue Nose hasn't. And I think it's a tough fight for him. Stylistically, Cardoso's a problem. He's big for the weight, and he just keeps coming. He throws 100 punches around. And you better come to work, because he's going to test your endurance for 10 rounds, 3 minutes a round. And if you don't have it, he's going to beat you up. And those kind of fighters are a nightmare. So, he got caught. The only fight he lost, he got caught in the first round with an uppercut. He got caught cold, and he got knocked out. That kind of slowed his development, but he's a fun, typical Pro Box TV fighter, and he's a problem because of that. So
I
give
wanted
me
to
another.
ask about your son and how involved he is, and how long has he loved the sport? And I mean, it's a whole bunch of questions because I'm also super impressed with him. I love that guy. We text often. I had to go through my texts because I didn't remember the fight, but I'm like, what fight was it that I didn't agree? And that's how I found it. But he's also the matchmaker, bro. To be that young, he really, really knows his shit.
Look, first of all, he grew up in it, right? I mean, I think he might have been 8 years old when I started doing this, and I have pictures of him being a little kid with Guzman and Mendez, and he's been around these fighters. And remember, they're in our building. We're involved in their training. So he's been in the ring. He's held the spit bucket and the blood buckets. He's done every job you could imagine in the sport of boxing because we were more involved with our fighters. So that once that's in your blood and you grow up in it, I mean, it's second nature to you, number one. And it's fun to watch him. He's 24 years old and he's starting to take charge. Sometimes I have to reel him in a little bit. And he's still got some signs of immaturity where he gets a little bit rambunctious, but no, it's fun when it's a family affair, and it's fun to watch him grow and develop with the sport.
Yeah, nah, he's doing his thing, man, and like he's really hands-on. I love it. I love what you guys are doing. We have one more. This is the last one. This came in late from James Benitez. He says, if the DC event is successful, how soon can we see them back?
Well, I think Lamont's probably going to want to be pretty aggressive, and we're a network. We can give them whatever dates we want, whenever we want. So we have total freedom, unlike a lot of networks. But I think as far as stepping to championship boxing on a more regular basis, there's a lot of conversations going on right now. I think that in the new year, we might start to see it more frequently. I think for now, it's going to be sporadic and it's opportunistic. And when it happens, and we pop one here, we pop one there. We might get a small purse bid with the lower weight classes. But as far as us really stepping to it in the typical way that you guys are used to, the fans, I would expect sometime early next year for us to start becoming more aggressive. But again, we're the champions. I don't have them. So I think expect contender level. Expect high-level contender fights that I can get a hold of those guys and start putting those on. Expect that first, and then champions will evolve from that. We'll grow into champions in a more aggressive way.
My last one is just if you can answer. See, as us as fight fans, we seem to think like, well, damn, why did Jarrett Hurd fight off TV somewhere in D.C.? Why didn't he just go to Pro Box? Why did Mark Maxiago fight in California off TV? Why didn't he just go to Pro Box? Is it a budget issue? Is it PBC just not allowing those named fighters to get active? Why can't? Because some of these guys are going to Mexico to fight off television. Why not Pro Box where we can see you?
Yeah, I think that, first of all, Hurd is scheduled August 7th in Plant City versus Jimmy Kelly. So speak of the devil, right?
Breaking news. There you go. We literally were just talking about Hurd here yesterday. He hadn't fought since 2023, and it was a tune-up.
Yeah. No, he's on August 7th, main event.
This is what I'm talking about. Now we're talking.
Now, and you know what it is? We're slammed. I'm looking at my schedule as we're talking, right? And our fights are all made through September 11th, September 28th, October 8th. I mean, our fights are booked 3-4 months out. So what happens sometimes is we get those phone calls, and they're like, "My guy's got to fight now." I'm like, "I got something for you in 3-4 months." So, but everyone you're talking about is called. It just we're full. When we're doing 2 shows a month.
To be clear, when some of these guys calls, they're looking to get on your cards. you still are saying that the bigger names that want to put on hometown shows, ProBox has unlimited dates and you can bring the circus to the road, on the road.
Yeah, if they want to go hometown and they want to use the network, we can do as much as we want. If they want me to pay for it, they got to come to me. But if they're saying that they're going to do the hometown and their ticket sales is going to carry it, and they want the production and they want the distribution, man, we can do as many shows as people want to do.
And I know the expansion comes with time, but how soon could we see ProBox do something international? Jocasta Valle fights in Costa Rica all the time, always off TV. She's allegedly a draw. She brings big names out there. Could we ever see ProBox international? Not necessarily Costa Rica, but just saying, would you televise something internationally, or is just that not capable because obviously the truck can't fly?
No, we've done international, and we are going to go to international. We're doing something in Kazakhstan with Yelyusinov and Jukambayev.
What?
Yeah.
Yelyusinov is my guy. I've watched him spar countless rounds out here in Vegas. So unfortunate. He was the IBO judge. So unfortunate he wasn't able to get active.
Yeah, we're working on it. I will preface that by saying it's not 100%. You've seen him at the facility. We're working on it. We're coming close to terms, and part of it is that I want to take him to Kazakhstan, where he's a star. And then that's going to be a Central Asia time zone, right? But that'll be a Saturday night show in Kazakhstan that'll air at 2 p.m. Saturday. So it's Saturday afternoon boxing over here, which I think will be cool. So, and then we're going to the UK right after Kazakhstan in October. Because we got to start, Ness, we have to expand into those time zones. If we don't go do shows over there and we're not in prime time in those marketplaces, then we're not global. In order to take advantage of our distribution, which is global, we have to go there and do prime time zone shows.
What promoter is bringing you to the UK? Like, because you're the network for this situation, right?
There's a bunch that we're talking to. There's a number of them that are all. So before anything's confirmed, all I can say to you is that there's a whole bunch of them that are. I get calls every day from all over the world asking if ProBoxTV will go to that country and work with that local promoter. And my only trepidation is that they can't choose the fights. They can only event coordinate for me. I'm not going to let them. I'm not giving promoters our shows. I will not. We control who fights.
Well, you just said you gave no limit. What is it? No. What is
no excuse? No excuse.
You did say you gave them the undercard.
I'll give them the undercard. This is true. I don't mind they can do whatever they want with
How many fights does the undercard consist? Because you also said you made the co-main event for that fight, so that's not the undercard.
No, the undercard has got from 5:45 to 8 o'clock, 7:30, 7:45. They're going to get out and clear the ring for the main show. They got about 6 fights. Then we transition, right? And for 8 p.m. on Amazon and on Fubo and on YouTube and on our app, we transition. We do a show open and we start over. And that is going to be Ben Johnson, who just turned pro, is probably the number 1 amateur in the country in the last couple of years. We're going to showcase him in the open just to get things warmed up. Then we got Rihanna Rios, who's a Mexican female fighter out of D.C., who's going to go up next. She's in a regional title fight. And then we go 10, 10, 12. And the first 10 rounder is
Wait. When did you start doing I mean, I had a conversation with Daniel, and he made it seem like you guys don't do girls or heavyweights. They got to be special.
Listen, man, you come around to everything eventually. It's all in due time. And this was an opportunity to, from 8 to 9 o'clock to showcase a female fight. So I'm down. We're not totally against it. We just, in the window we have on Wednesday night fights, we wanted to make sure we got our prospects in and we got, our bangers with our contenders in there, or our guys that are trying to get back onto the big stage. So that Wednesday night fights doesn't have room for it. But on a weekend, when we have more time to work with, we throw it in between 8 and 9.
The relationship that you have with Top Rank, do you have that with any other promoter? Is it that well? Because they kind of use you guys as a farming system. Like, we see some of their fighters stay very active. Like, they have dates, but they still got Kelvin Davis fighting with you guys, and then back on ESPN, then back on ProBox. They're keeping him active, and some others. Yeah.
Look, I have a lot of respect for Top Rank, and I do for PBC in their own right. And they've had their challenges, but Al Heyman's always landed back on his feet. He's a resourceful man. I got to respect those guys, right? And what they do isn't easy. So I have good relationships with both of them and Golden Boy. The guys in the UK, I really haven't had any purpose to work with them at any time. So we're not really friendly, shall we say, with Matchroom, Queensberry, Dazn. And I guess, the Saudis haven't reached out, probably for that reason. But that's okay. We're cool where we are. But yeah, we got a good relationship with the American promoters.
Final one, I swear. Any West Coast shows?
For sure it's coming. For sure it's coming. We've got a lot of good fighters over there that have fan bases over there. And so we are talking to some casinos over there. We've had a lot of interest from the casinos. So it's going to spread out, and it's going to go on the road. There's no doubt. And I think that the facility is going to really be for the non-championship boxing, the first tier, what we do now. As we expand to contender level and championship fights, that's going to move around the country. It's going to move around the world, and that's going to be in bigger venues.
Well, Garry, man, thank you for the time. Really appreciate it. Look forward to having you back on, and wish you guys great success, not only with the platform, but on obviously June 28th. Hopefully everything goes well, and more fighters and promoters, start to do this and get you guys to go on the road. I love that Lamont is going back home for his first title defense. I'm a huge advocate of champions winning that belt, going back home where they got all that support. That's the initial support. You got to at least parade that belt one time. So I'm happy for him, and I'm happy to see you guys branching out and doing so much. This is amazing for us as fight fans. So we only wish you success.
I appreciate it, man. I hope to see you. Are you coming?
To D.C., no, I have a correspondent. I actually sent the name to Daniel last week to get him approved. I'll be in studio, though. Live fight chat. I'm a workhorse. I would love to do my show from your studio, though, Mr. Jonas. I got a house in Florida. Let me know.
Let's get it done.
I remember I flew out there for that very same conversation. You're a very busy man, but one day.
We will get it done, all in good time. The best things in life take time, that's for sure.
For sure. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Be well.
All right. Yeah, man, he got that beautiful, shiny studio over there. I got a house in Florida. Listen, the kid don't mind being in multiple studios, doing what he got to do, but I love ProBox, man. I just wish you guys as an entire boxing community loved it as much as me and supported it and talked about it and shared it, because if it could remain free, it would be a dream for us. And, if they can continue to matchmake the way that they're doing is just exactly what we needed. We got Joshua. Welcome to the champ level. Appreciate you, champ.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
James Benitez, $2. He says, business, key emoji, ain't beating lemons. Hitchens, Lemons. Hitchens best at 140. Oh, business key emoji. That's Keyshawn. Okay. My bad. Over my head. JXV, $2. Bam this weekend going to be fire emoji, fire emoji. He the next pay-per-view star. Yo, damn, is Bam fighting this weekend too? That's crazy. That went over my head then. I got June 20th, June 28th, because we got so many fights. June 28th, first of all, you got Thursday, the 27th, Darius versus Ronald Ellis. Then you got the 28th, Lamont Roach defending in his hometown. Don't forget to check out my boy Scooter. Then you got OTX with Elijah Pierce. Then you got the other Dazn. Maybe this is Marv Nation. I don't even know. Fernando Vargas Jr. is on Dazn. Then you got some fights in Northern Ireland. I don't know what TV that's on. Then you got Black Prom. Yeah, they still doing boxing. And they fighting on June 28th. I don't even know. I never heard of Mandeep Janag. I don't know. Then all the way in my home country on Triller, I don't know how they pulled that off in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. They fight in the capital. I don't even know who these guys are. It's so much TV fights. Then it ain't over. This is all June 28th. Buenos Aires, Argentina, there's also more fights. Thailand, there's also more fights. Then on the 29th, he's right. That's why I didn't see this, because look how far down you got to go. I forgot about, God damn, that's crazy. And we still ain't even say Tio. Yo, Bam fight Saturday and Tio. That's crazy. This is a jam-packed weekend. Then there's still more fights in Liverpool. It's too much. It's too much. Look, June 29th, there's more on England on Dazn. Who the fuck is Danny Quartermain? Bro, Huey Fury's on the undercard, and he's not the co-main. This is crazy how many fights. There's another one. Wow, Dazn again, Germany. Marco Huck is fighting. I fuck with Dazn, though. I fuck with Dazn. They got so much boxing. That's insane. I don't know how I'm going to watch that. Everybody ain't getting my time. Let's just be real. Treese, what up? I'm going to have to watch certain fights. That's crazy. But Jesus, that's a lot of fights. And it sucks because I was checking the betting line this morning. Man, they don't got not even 10% of them fights on the betting line. Treese.
Yo.
What up?
What up, though? What up, though? Damn, I'm heard I ain't on the championship level with this shit. I got to step my game up. I had a question for bro, if he's still listening, though, just to throw it out there. And if I run over, I got 5 for you. But I wonder why you ain't ask him. He got the compound, you feel me? I was just curious, has he ever thought about throwing cameras in there and doing like a reality TV show, like the Contender Series type shit, or like how the UFC got the Ultimate Fighter shit or whatever the fuck.
That would have been a great idea, bro. You are right. That's extra content. It ain't really gonna cost him nothing. Yo, and he got unlimited employees. Like, I ain't even touch on that. Like, my man's, he got like a rehab center, so he be rehabbing motherfuckers and giving them jobs. So he could certainly get somebody to hold a camera. Yeah, you can hire a motherfucker to put a camera, hold a camera, walk around with a camera. Shit, recovering addict, he good. He just want a job. That's what I'm saying. He's a good man, man. I mean, I don't know his life, I don't know his secrets, and everybody got a closet. But fuck, he good for boxing. From what he been doing and my personal interactions with him and his family, they all right. They all right.
I'm fucking with him. I like his vision. And speaking of him and what he doing with that mental health and whatnot, I want to say I heard about Roy Jones Jr.'s son and whatnot. I want to say rest in peace to him. That was wicked. I heard about that. That wasn't that's no bueno. But yeah, rest in peace to him. You feel me? I don't know if you heard about that.
I did yesterday, man. I did. I forgot to do the 10 count for his son. I seen him come out.
Go ahead and run it for him. Go ahead and run it for him. Rest in peace, man. DeAndre Jones, man. That's tough. But yeah. But with this boxing though, man, Shakur, man. I heard that he trying to go to Eddie Hearn. You know me, I be hearing about this Iron with Hearn, but my whole motto is, man, wet your beak with Alice Sheik, man. You know you fucking with Jared and whatnot. You see we on that Bud Crawford card, you feel me? You would think that that's something that they would try to do for Shakur, put him on the undercard with Bud, you feel me, defending his belt or something like that. But yeah, he need to think about maybe getting over there with Hearn. He doing business with turkey bags, you feel me? Getting the mix or something like that, you know? Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And for Fulghum and this Ellis, I want to see Fulghum in there with Pacheco, man. I think he around that type
He
of
got
weight.
to get
Depending on how
past Ellis first, B.
I mean, listen. I see him doing it. I don't think he gonna get, you feel me? I don't know. I don't see no resistance. I mean, Ronald Ellis, he a good fighter, veteran. I get it and all that good shit. But I like Fulghum. I like what he got going on. I like DFG. I'm fucking with that guy. I like him. But and Ness. Oh, whoa. Did I hear what the fuck I thought I heard from you last night?
What?
About Broner and Haney? You said that you wanted. Have you been converted to the Midwest Mafia?
No.
And now is that a good fight? And then I heard you say to Robert Easter.
It's a tune-up.
It's
tune-ups.
Okay.
It's tune-ups. Not like how you be trying to make them real fights. It's tune-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, ain't no tune-ups over here, man. They wily veterans, man. I get it, man. My guy Robert Easter,
he won Wiley with my mans and Blair to Flair.
Hey, man. Hey, I heard you say Robert Easter. That's the fight I like for him, dog. I hope my man.
Yeah, but Robert Easter's so far removed. Like we don't even know.
I know. I was thinking that too. I need to get him back in the mix, man. I need to get him a fight. We need. I don't know, man. I was thinking hella Montana Love for Devin though. If he wanted to come back with somebody, I think Montana Love would be decent for him. Or if he want to take Josh Taylor up to 147, if that's where he really want to go, shit, go up to welterweight with Josh Taylor. Do that fight. But shit, yeah, he got options and whatnot. I just, Devin, we told you not to take that fight though. We hope that you come back, get right, get tight, and yeah, and make them and become box office again. But shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio. Jared Anderson, August 3rd, you know what the fuck going on? Put hands and feet on that man. Y'all be cool.
All right. Appreciate you calling in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Where my hardcores at? See, y'all killing us, man. Nobody want to talk about Darius Fulghum in the Zone card, the Golden Boy card. And then the minute I don't do a previews and hey Nash, we got fights this weekend. Why y'all ain't do? Like, yo, come on, man. Tone Deaf, $2. Garry Wright. A book. Oh my God, brother. You wrote the wrong right. Man, you got me fucking up. I'm here like, yo, what is he saying? He said, Garry, write a book. I'll read it. Dre Nice, $2. Ness be cooking like a motherfucker. Where Tim Boski? New York Giants, $2. Great interview, Ness. Appreciate it. Angel, $5. Sad Teal ain't getting no love this fight. How you feel about the promoting for the fight? Yeah, it's lack of promotion because they don't like the opponent. Teal didn't like the opponent, so he waited like 30 days out to officially announce it. Rather than just, these dudes, they act all crazy and bravado and tough, but it's like, they mad sensitive because it's like, bro, stand on business. You took that fight. And I told my audience when he took that fight. And I told you he was going to fight him. And they announced the shit 2 months later. Like, bro, you been knew you was going to take that fight. As soon as Matias didn't take the offer, Tio knew he was taking that fight. He turned down numerous people. Like, come on, man. You should have just announced it and been pushing that shit. Push it, talk about it, do interviews. But they don't even do that, bro. They don't know what promoting is anymore, man. Not just the companies, but the fighters. The fighters don't care anymore because they got that bread. Once they get their bread, they be good. They don't care no more about promotion and name. They got that check. They happy. That's all that matter. Noble, Vegas, what up? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
Peace and blessings. Shout out to the community, man. That was an excellent interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep this shit running, man. You top tier when it comes to this interview shit, man. You on your I was gonna say something else, man. I'm just gonna say you on your shit. Man, pay attention to Pro Box. I watch Pro Box every week. You know what I mean? I like the fact that they on the road. I'm looking forward to this DC card because I think that these DC guys is cut from a different cloth than say like the Regises and Jared Andersons and who's another guy, man, who was complaining about Sabrina Matias. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the pressure of having a home fight. You know what I mean? Is what threw them off off their game. I don't think that that's gonna happen with these Scooter and with Lamont Roach. I think they're gonna show forth and prove, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Man, I agree with Garry, and I told you this before, Ness, but I know you probably weren't paying attention to me. One, because you ain't really know me. You know what I'm saying? You probably just think it was another caller that's calling, but I pay attention to that, to a lot of shit, especially when it comes to financials. And I agree with him that the Saudis is in the game, not just for tourism. That's what I was saying to you. I was like, yo, they got the sovereign wealth investment fund, which is, otherwise known as the public investment fund, right? And I know Turkey always say with the General Sports Council and all that shit, but man, we know that this is a family. This, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Arab version of the UNs. You dig what I'm saying? On a larger scale. And what they looking at is they looking to diversify their portfolio in what they do. They've been in the industry killing the game with the oil and all the things that they've been involved with that. But now they want to corner the entertainment and sports market. So I agree with him on that's their end game. I don't agree with him that they're averse to doing the ad supported show. So I do think that once they, get into a sufficient place, you know what I mean, within the marketplace, and they get the stronghold that they want, that they're going to do ad supported shows, and we're going to have less pay-per-views, man. I got full faith within them. For no other reason than I don't got a horse in the race. If Garry do his thing and it's ad supported, I'm with it, and we get the good fights, cool. If Saudi do their thing and it's ad supported, I'm with the shit. I'm just done with the old guard. I'm like everybody else. I just want to see the fights, and I want them to be, affordable and obtainable for us, man. But shout out to the breast cancer
is this
warriors.
my man Noble?
It is Noble. Peace.
Yeah, Noble. I just jumped on, man, but I like your knowledge, man. I recognize your calls, man. Great calls, brother.
Oh, yeah, peace. Man, it's crazy because I'm headed up to Hudson County and Essex County right now. I'm in North Carolina. They keep sending me up there because the other drivers be getting beat up.
What you delivering? Yo, what the hell you delivering? Drivers getting beat up? That don't make no sense.
Nah, they not getting beat up for nothing like that. The children that be up at night, because cats, I'm going to like the middle schools, the public schools. I'm bringing them building materials because they redoing some schools up there. But what it is some of these guys, they don't really know how to maneuver, so they go up there and they'll park right in the school, which is right in the middle of the community. You know what I'm saying? And guys just be out and they just be like, man, what is this over here? Knock on the door. A guy who don't know what he's doing, he gonna open the door, get pulled up out of there. That's just how it go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the inner city, so I'm used to different things. I don't even park. I don't even park there overnight. Like, I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep it smooth. But shout out to the breast cancer warriors, the breast cancer survivors, and the breast cancer angels. Peace.
Noble on the road, man. He's got some good calls, though.
Yeah, champ. Man, you cut out. I just be taking you down to have it on there in case I do shorts, have the guests. But yeah, what you think of Garry, man? I hope that if you had anything, you would have sent it.
No, I was we got issues with that work site, so I was dealing with that. But what as far as that end game, I want to know because people don't like outsiders, if you will, and especially if you come playing to the audience. Now, Showbox is essentially the smaller version of Turkey. They came in and they carved out a niche. So my guess is that if what Showbox has done for boxing, putting it on YouTube for free, now get ready to showcase and highlight a championship fight. I think if you give things time to work out, it'll be, in the long run, a benefit to the sport. My question is, or was to Garry or anybody that wants to speak on it is it a bad thing? Yes, it may be a family thing. And we know that, people they do things to make money. Nobody's making investments to lose money, but is having this family involved in boxing necessarily a bad thing? I mean, unless it ends up for those football fans that know the Jerry Jones situation where you got the office guy stepping over the coaches, but what can be so bad, unless I'm being naive?
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed like he ain't really smelling what the Turk is cooking.
I know, but that's the thing. The funny thing is, is it just competition? Because, I don't want to say that. Of course, if ProBox had the opportunity, I bet, to maybe do some of the things, and they did. ProBox is a very, very, again, I don't know about profitable. I don't know that end, but they did something that was a risk to some because they didn't have a name. You know what I'm saying? That the people that were supposed to be involved at the ground levels with the Paulies and the Tims and the Roys and this and that, we've got former boxers being involved in boxing shit all the time, and it's usually not as successful. So shout out to ProBox. I don't know, is it just a thing of like, yo, I just did my thing, I don't want the Turkey coming in and outshining, or is it some sort of corrupt influence? Is it just outshining, or is it corrupt influence he's afraid of? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little resentment. I would feel some type of way, and I think I did feel that way. Like, even though it's documented, I fucked that up. But like, I would feel the way if everybody is getting a call and I'm not. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? And he said that. He's like, bro, they contact my writers, they contact this, but they ain't call me. So I could see that. I could see that being an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Garry, though, he's seems like a very likable guy. And I know if he can be around Shannon Briggs, you know what I'm saying? He's got thick skin, probably got a good sense of humor. So shout out to Garry, shout out to the whole venture. And I think somebody mentioned in the pre-pro, the relationship between, what is it, pro boxing, boxing scene now?
Yeah, well, he bought that shit.
Yeah. So they're making major moves. And that's why I said, is it a matter you don't want nobody making the moves you making over the moves you making?
Nah. I don't want to say it's that, because we see him working with everybody too. Gary's working with everybody too. And he's not hindering nobody. Like, look, he built Leo back up. Leo doing his thing. Like, Leo got me thinking about going to Albuquerque. I never went to Albuquerque. Like, I only drove through it. Like, I hear some nice shit to do out there, trails and shit like that. I might go to that fight on some touristy shit with my lady. But I just love the story, though. I love the rebuild. I love, like, we need to back that as boxing fans, that Leo was with PBC, got sold out to fucking Fulton. Once he lose, gets cut off, and rebuilt back to this level. Celebrate that shit. Like, why is we overlooking it? Like it's easy to do on that level. He did what these fighters won't do. He took pro box fights to get back right, to get back in title contention. While we got these divas sitting around only wanting to wait for dates and be on pay-per-view fights and fight as a main event and all this other extra diva shit that we don't give a fuck about. Shout out to Angelo Leo, man. Shout out to him. More more people acting like him will have this shit right.
Nah, that's a fact.
But if you ain't got nothing, let me get to some callers here.
Yeah, let's get to some callers.
I got Woe Jones, $10. Can you talk more about the Crawford versus Benavidez Ness? Damn. I mean, I ain't talked about that in a minute because it just ain't happening. Crawford's gonna stop at 54, so fighting.
You got
Benavidez,
tons of shows about that though, brother. If you go back and look on
shorts,
the TBV page.
And shorts. But it just ain't gonna happen. Like, he not gonna jump up and he not gonna fight Benavidez. The 68-pounder he wants to fight is Canelo. And Turkey Al-Sheikh, he need to offer more money because, look, why not offer Crawford more money to fight Benavidez instead of offering Benavidez more money to suck down to fight Crawford? Shit makes zero sense. You know what I'm saying? You wanted my man to make 160, 164. It's like, bruh, just offer Crawford the bag to fight Benavidez. Ronnie from Phoenix, $2. Morning, TBV. I'll be watching Bam over the TO for sure. Ronnie, DM me. DM me, bruh. I need your number. I've been trying to go to AZ, man. What we got? Delo Mio, what up?
Yo.
What's good?
Chillin', man. Que lo que? What's good, Amin, man? King Amin and Essex.
What's good, my brother?
Coolin'. But yeah, man, Shakur better, his team better tell him, like, yo, you better stay in Top Rank because the landscape of boxing right now is it's in limbo, like yeah, PBC re-signed Figueroa.
Come on, get back and clear. You cut out, brother.
What up, Joe? You giving us dead air. Over here trying to get some water. Joe gonna cut out.
He was dropping game, though. He was getting ready to, you know what I mean?
He was getting ready to cocinar. Joe.
We may have to come back to him.
Yeah. Tip, what up?
Yeah, man, that was the boxing guys cutting him off for a reason, man. Telling that boy to stay with Top Rank, man. Yeah. But nah, man, Shakur, man, yeah, he on some bullshit. I seen that shit yesterday. Talking about Top Rank don't know how to promote, but Eddie Hearn do, and him giving the thumbs up, bullseye and shit. Hold up, bro. I keep telling y'all niggas, man. Excuse my language. Stop fucking with Eddie Hearn, man. You not gonna earn with Hearn. Your career is gonna burn with Hearn, bro. It's only one direction to go. If you're not gonna go to the PBC and you're not gonna stick with Top Rank, man, and that's to go to Golden Boy Promotions, man, the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Oscar, listen, y'all gotta start fucking with these American promoters and not these UK promoters who just gonna fuck your career. Cause look, all this talk about Boots and Boots fighting David Avanesian, and I guarantee you that fight ain't gonna be as big as it was.
Come on, you can't blame that on Eddie. You can't blame on Eddie. Cody Crowley got our issues. That's Eddie's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie's fault, man. Because listen, they could have found him a better opponent, man. They could have found him a better opponent.
A better opponent than a common opponent with fucking Terrence Crawford, the dude you want to fight. This is exactly how you do it. This is exactly what you do. Now all he gotta do his job and beat the shit out of Avanesian better than Crawford did.
Hey man. That's Boots' fault. Boots could have stayed home, you know what I'm saying? But he went with her. All right, look, you know what I'm saying?
You just a hater,
what
Ted.
call it?
Why you hate every call? Why you can't just be your real self? Why you hate every call? We all know this not true in real life, bro. Like, this shit crazy.
Hey, but look, man, I was just saying. Yeah, man. I agree with everything he said about Turkey Al-Sheikh, man. That's like I've been telling y'all, bro. I just don't trust the Saudis coming over trying to get in the boxing, man. They trying to take over the sport. They're not trying to help grow the sport. They're just trying to take over the sport. And I think that's part of what Garry was saying, man. It's what I've been preaching.
You on some Hulk Hogan shit. Papa was a real American. Like, yo, let me find out you got the yellow.
I may be a nationalist, man, but you know what I'm saying? I just see it for what it is. I mean, these dudes got all this money and they coming in to buy shit up. It's like, we've seen this before with Al Heyman, but they taking it to a different degree. And I told Ness about this, man. With these dudes taking these fights to Saudi, bro, that's not good, and it don't look good. It's like Garry said, man, that fight should have been in the UK. Like I've been saying, like certain fights should be in Vegas, but these dudes, they really don't know how to promote. You know what I'm saying?
Now that I agree with.
just
I
is
agree
what
with.
it is.
These fights shouldn't be in Saudi, and I'm hoping
Hey
that.
yo, you gotta be a fight fan or an event promoter. You know what I mean? Like I give a fuck about the fight. Fury Usyk was fire. I don't give a fuck who was there. I got to see it. That's what matters.
I didn't mind that one.
We need to understand. I'm sorry, I know I cut you off. I'm gonna let you in. I just want Tip to understand that, like, you talking about putting these fights where they need to be, like we allowed to go. They still ain't for us. They not for the blue collar. They not for the blue collar.
To a certain point, that's they help the fight. They help the audience grow. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you start to build fighters in America a certain way, bro, you know what I'm saying? It helps build the audience.
I mean, explain to me how Tank grows because Denzel Washington watched him get a knockout. Like, bruh, it ain't us in the stands. It's a bunch of rich and famous people in the stands.
Saying Denzel is at your fight, you know what I'm saying? That's a statement, man. That's like this guy, somebody that's must-see TV if Denzel is watching you,
but how is Denzel and Rosie Perez being at every fight grown the sport, though?
Because this is what I'm saying. It's better when you see Ronaldo and Conor McGregor at your fight over in Saudi. Because we need this shit to be global. If we keep complaining about some of the hardcore elements, we need boxing to expand. I don't mind a little expansion.
I disagree. If you were to put Ronaldo in the U.S., like we barely see Ronaldo over here, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a much bigger statement, bro. It'd be a much bigger statement.
Well, he don't come over here to watch the fights. That's what I'm saying. He go over to Saudi.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's popping over there.
And ain't nobody going to Saudi to watch the fights.
We ain't going to Saudi, bro. This motherfucker's going. We ain't going.
You got to bring the star celebrities over here, not bring the average boxing fan over there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how the shit works, bro. That's really how it works.
But Tip, I'm the king of Essex, man. I gotta keep it global, champ.
When you look at it, the UK fan base, their audience, you know what I'm saying? Like in the arena is gonna be all the boxing fans. They're gonna sell their fight to the casual boxing fan. In the US, we already know they're gonna sell it to, you know what I'm saying, the top dollar buyers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. And it's gonna help those fighters, you know what I'm saying, that they end up making a name for themselves to come over here. Cause they're gonna make more of the gates and whatever.
So Tip, is Crawford Madrimov not the start of that? If that all goes well, then all of a sudden we got this whole thing, the Saudis putting on fights stateside. Is that not a good place to start?
Nah, because they still not selling Crawford right, bro. It's not really like Crawford is not the attraction in this fight. If I'm just looking at it, it's like the card itself is the attraction. It's not Terrence Crawford, it's the card. Really, if you look at it, the best fight on that card, the one we really gonna be tuning in for, is Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo Venezuela. That's the fight. It's not Terrence Crawford, bro. Like when you look at the Tank card, bro.
No.
Tank has the standout fight in every one of his cards, bro. Crawford's fight is not the standout fight on this card. Nah, it was.
Well, that's not necessarily a good thing.
You said what?
That's not necessarily a good thing because that means we got to sit through umpteen cards to get to the best fight. I'm gonna be watching Ruiz and Miller too.
Good enough for people to watch.
I don't even know what he mean. Like Tank is the what in every fight.
He's saying the Tank fight is always the top bout, the standout card. It's the most intriguing, I guess.
Yeah, because the whole card garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
that's not a good thing.
What the fuck? I mean, yo, David Benavidez Vazdeck, that was like the closest thing to like a close main event, co-main event that we got. Like, oh wait, was Villa Boots on the last Tank card?
No, that was like 2 tank cards ago.
What other tank undercard I could remember? That's the only one I remember is the January one. That one was pretty high, but it was also one-sided. It was like Andrade versus Nicholson and Boots versus Villa and I think it was Rashidi versus Villa.
Rashidi versus Villa. That's what I'm saying. I don't even remember who Boots fought. If at all. No, remember, because Boots was supposed to be on that card,
Boots
but
was
then he
on the
never
next
fought
one.
on that card.
I think Boots was on the next one versus Villa. And I don't know if next mean April when he fought Ryan, though. I don't know, man. Fuck, I ain't pulling up box red for that shit. James, what up? My bad.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, my
No,
bad.
I was going to say real quick, though. He talking about you can't earn with Hearn. Ask Boots. And I'm glad we was talking about it because you have a big fight in the Wells Fargo Center in one of the best, biggest fighting cities on the entire planet, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like you have arena level boxing in the city of Philadelphia, where before that it was the Lincoris and the 2300. You know what I'm saying? So you can't ever discount. Eddie Hearn did that. PBC never did that. Yo, King's Promotions and Marshall Kaufman couldn't bring nothing to Wells Fargo. So please, brother.
Go ahead, James. James, you on mute.
Yo, my bad, Ness. My bad for the dead air, man. The wife was just talking to me, man. Yo, King, Ness, how y'all doing today?
Chilling.
Good, man. Take it easy. You too calm. Take it easy. I don't like it when you start like this.
It is what it is, man. It's what it is. Yo, man, but yeah, Boots had that shit performance on that tank card with Karen, where we seen that he was unable to really fight slick fighters. So, that's why, the fight that he has coming up with Avinesian, that's going to be a good show because he's not really slick. And also Cody Crowley was there going to be hit. But Shakur potentially signing with Eddie Hearn because he can't yet. I don't think that's a bad idea. But the only thing that I know that has to happen if he does that, he's going to have to move up to 140 for him to actually get the fights. He could fight maybe. Is Dalton Smith signed with Matchroom?
He's a Queensberry guy, I think.
Okay. I be getting all these.
He would have got Dalton if he would have stayed at Top Rank and went to 140, but that's not happening.
Okay. So who would he get if he moves up to 140 with Matchroom? Like maybe potentially a Hitchens fight. What Regis doesn't switch over to MMA? Matias, potentially Paro. So I mean, there'll be some good fights. Oh, he'll beat the shit out of Catterall. Yeah, that's easy work. So yeah, that's the move for him, man. I think that's the move for him to still get good money. Darius Fulghum, I think he's gonna beat the shit out of Ronald Ellis. Look, DFG. I've been always looked at him as a good prospect that's on the fringe to being a contender, and I think he is going to be able to compete with the big boys, and he's going to definitely make light work of Ronald Ellis better than David Benavidez did. Don't be surprised when that shit happens. Just say that Benitez told y'all that first. With what Gary Jonas, with that interview that he had today, I appreciate the interview and all the content and even the breaking news. But I hate, and I'm a Caleb Plant fan, but I hate when Caleb Plant was doing all that shit talking to Edgar Berlanga, and then you land on a fucking Trevor McCumbee fight. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Get the fuck out of here, Ness. That just shows me
Trevor,
that
we was trying to get Trevor that Berlanga fight, man.
My nigga. That's how you know that. Like, look, I fuck with Plant, but there's a reason why Plant smack everybody else, but he ain't smacking no Edgar, because he know Edgar's a different fucking monster. I'm just letting that be known right there. So, hey, Plant, man, keep on fighting the Trevor McCumbees of the world and all the other shit, and let Berlanga be great. Berlanga gonna be in the ring with Canelo Alvarez soon, and he's gonna go ahead and take the throne. He's gonna be the new king of 168 and the face of boxing. Man, that nigga Berlanga, he got real Cubans. He got real shit, shit that David Benavidez wish he could have, the baby Cubans he be wearing. But, shout out to the boxing guys for just exposing all that shit. And Jared Hurd, what the fuck weight division he come
Bruh,
back
I
in?
just realized you were talking about the chain. I ain't know what he was talking about. He got real cute. I'm thinking he was talking about fan base. He
You know
talking
what I'm
about the
talking about.
chains. You hilarious.
Yeah. So, hey, but what division is Jared Hurd coming back at though? Is what? He's 175?
We ain't asked.
I mean, cause I seen that guy. I mean, he's what, a middleweight, and I'm like, there's no shot that Jared Hurd's coming back at middleweight. There's no shot. Jared Hurd's way too fucking big of a dude. So I mean, hopefully Jared Hurd's making his debut at 168 as well. But
I was gonna say
I'm
maybe
glad
168.
Damn.
Yeah.
They need names up there.
Yeah. So, and also, hey, I was just looking at BoxRec. Did Elijah immediately move up to 168 as well? Because they had him ranked. Elijah Garcia.
Oh, he was at 60. He was at 60.
I don't know. For some reason, they threw him up there at 168 or some shit like that. I don't know. They heard some, or that's just some fan shit or whatever. But they had him up there in the rankings for 168. So I don't know what's going on with that. If Elijah plans on moving up after that fight.
Probably, man. I mean, shit. He couldn't make weight twice now. The last time they say he was sick. Now this time he came in again overweight, right?
Yeah. You think he's ready for that smoke at 168?
I mean, why not? He young, bro.
Feel like it's your time.
True.
He young.
Hey,
They just got to
y'all.
take it slow.
Shout out to y'all and shout out to the community, man. I'll tap back in.
Appreciate it. So look, if they move him up to 168 and he over there on PBC, you know, Demond Nicholson's of the world, you know what I mean? Then maybe get him in there with who else they got over here? I don't know. Boo Boo. That's a good fight. Boo Boo and Elijah Garcia. And the Trevor McCumbee and Plant, that's official?
Yeah, I mean, he's you know what I'm saying? He said that shit should break today. Like,
okay.
Later on. Shout out to Plant. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers act like they don't listen, but they picking Trevor McCumbee. Ain't nobody in this planet was talking about McCumbee besides me. Nobody. Who the fuck was talking about McCumbee, man? That's crazy, bruh. I'm underappreciated in this game. I'm telling you, bruh. Nobody was talking about McCumbee. Nobody. Only thing they were saying is Ness. Only thing that was in Ness, you wildin' for wanting to put McCumbee in there with my man Berlanga. Now look, y'all feel stupid. Cause first, Berlanga, that's a layup. Now a former world champ about to fight McCumbee. Not a contender, which is you supposed to fight a McCumbee because you a contender. You feel me? But shout out to Plant, man. That's what I'm talking about. Barboza on ESPN reporting that Jamal Charlo is fighting Keller Plant in mid-August. We'll see. That's probably who he want. But is Jamal ready? Last time I seen Jamal, he was looking like this generation's motherfucking Don King. Remember that? You remember that?
His hair was wild as hell.
I'm like, damn. Come on, Ma.
But look, there was some footage released of him, working out, hitting the bag. So, maybe
Bro, there was footage of Earl doing jump rope and dudes went crazy for that. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Anybody can work out. That don't mean he fight ready.
Hey, listen, it starts somewhere. Come on, man. How do you think guys make it to Border Wars? You know what I'm saying? It begins somewhere.
Nah, for sure, man. Just that's not a good look for him, man. First of all, he said he was retired. I remember a live I seen where he like, yo, Plant, I ain't got no problem with you. You got your leg back. Yo, we cool. Shit, I might retire anyway. You remember that live he did? That shit went viral.
Let me tell you something, Ness. It's summertime. It ain't nothing like a cold rum punch. You know the buckets they serve them shits in?
Yeah, that's what he want. He want rum punch. He don't want no 8-week training camp. He ain't trying to run no mile. He want that rum punch and another vacation, man. Y'all better stop, man. Y'all gonna get Jamal hurt. Listen, Jamal needed Trevor McCumbee before he get in there with Plant. That's how I feel.
Yo, but who was I putting Jamal in there with? Because apparently he's coming back at 68, though.
There they go. They did the Matchroom thing. Is it the Matchroom or is it motherfucking your man's Frank? Who got Zelfa Barrett?
Frank.
And so I'm assuming he got Kakase?
Yeah.
Oh man, he don't put him in the Wembley Stadium versus Zelfa Barrett. That ain't a fight I care about, man. And it's Kakase. He looked so good in his last fight, bro. But that's promoting for the UK. They taking him back to make a name for himself versus a known person out there in Zelfa Barrett.
Because Zelfa's been on an upswing. He's been on like a nice little 4-fight win streak, you know.
But they ain't doing it for me. Like I ain't doing no live fights after that. You feel me? And that's what they need to strive for. They need to strive for fights that's gonna make fight fans excited. Like, bro, is this Archie Sharp fighting Garner?
Yeah.
Bro, so Archie Sharp just never gonna fight Albert Bell, huh? That's crazy. Albert Bell, he might need a new manager. I think Vic Green is his promoter. He might need like a Keith Conley, Al Heyman. And by Al Heyman, I don't mean PBC. Remember, I mean Al Heyman as an advisor, manager, getting you, because he can't get no fights. Albert Bell, bro, that's crazy. Archie Sharp got another fight. Albert Bell still ain't. Wow.
He need to hire Treese.
Treese ain't going to get it done, bro. You need somebody in the business that could get him the fights. He need, bro, this is crazy. Archie Sharp ain't fighting him again? Crazy. We got Dre Nice $2 Turk. No, Garry and UK promoters got a little smoke. Woe Jones back at us with another $20. $10. Celebrating his third super chat on the live stream. Salute to you. He says, I've been listening for 2 years and I really enjoy it. I just want to hear more great fights and bring Bo Rogers on that show. Fuck, Bo Rogers, because our Bo is Mason. Bo Rogers, though, I think that's a caller. I think it is. I don't think he's been calling in. He used to call in a lot on Twitter. Discord. We got Demo, $1 on the Cash App. He says, giving us a job over that pay-per-view idea. Yeah, man. Hopefully one day. Treese sending a $5 for the overage. And looks like we got Jay Swifty. What up?
Jay Swift. Good morning, brother.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Everybody good?
You know it.
Hey, Shakur wasn't fighting over at Top Rank. I think he had one fight the whole time he was 30 and 135. He had one or two fights at 130 and one fight the whole time he was at 135. So Top Rank ain't making no money off him. And neither is Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya barely have you seen him push a black fighter in the last 5-6 years. You've never, he barely, when I was living in LA, he was barely pushing black fighters. But now you're asking Oscar De La Hoya to do it now, and he hasn't pushed a black fighter in 5 years. So I know he's not going to go over to Golden Boy. And Eddie Hearns is taking a gamble because he probably going to talk to him and sit him down and say, look, you got to fight everybody that Tank fight. You got to fight everybody that Devin Haney fight. He turned down too many fades. Shakur Stevenson turned down too many fades. And I'm not saying he don't got the heart or he don't got the skills to be in the fight. I'm not saying that at all. It's just that who he hangs out with, they're not. I know Jay Prince is mad because Jay Prince should be making hella money off of him. And whoever he's hanging out with is not talking to him like that. He used to hang out with Bud in the gym, but I don't know if they're talking to him like that. That he needs to, you need to be fighting these dudes. Everybody else is fighting. The only person that's not fighting is Shakur Stevenson. So, and you turning down fades, how you gonna make any money? Anyway, what else was y'all talking about? Y'all got quiet.
Doing a fight. No, preview of the Fulghum. Speaking of Golden Boy, Darius Fulghum, he's fighting in the main event against Ronald Ellis. There may be some late replacement, and maybe Vaughn Alexander. We ain't confirmed that yet, but Fulghum is a prospect. What do you think about that, or if you know about him?
Oh, I don't know nothing about him. I'm not gonna front.
No,
I'm not gonna front.
Hey, quick question, Joe J. Swift, real quick.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, do you think sometimes like if sometimes that only one syndrome, if Shakur is able to go over the Golden Boy, like, yo, I'm the only black dude in the building, so I get to tell y'all how to promote me. Plus Bernard is there. Like, will that count for anything? Or that's just
you may feel like it's your time. You're not going to tell. It's not your time. Hold on. Didn't I send 2 super chats? I mean, counter punches. I sent one this morning and just now. Ernest?
Yeah, there's nothing there. Hello? There's nothing there. Not one from the morning or I mean, where did you send it? On YouTube or Venmo?
No, YouTube. Yeah. The only time I send on Venmo is when...
Nah, you didn't send nothing here.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna refresh. Let me see.
Okay, that's what's...
Hold on. I'm refreshing. Yeah, nah, there's nothing there from you, Jay.
It's going to take a minute then, because I just sent it, and then you guys brought me on. So, but either way, it don't matter. If you want, I'll send another one.
Nah, yo, do your thing, player. We believe you.
All right, so I'll just send another one. That's cool.
Nah, just give it some time. If you say you sent it, it'll show up. If not, you
all right. All right, but you got to let me know if you don't ever get it. Like while I'm listening to the show, I'll just send it and don't have to worry about it. You feel me?
Well, again, you said you sent 2. I ain't even get the first one, so yeah.
Well, I sent one early this morning when we first started.
Nah, nothing. Not to this channel.
And then, well, no, both of them I sent to through YouTube. The only time I send through
not today.
Venmo,
not today. Check your phone. You probably never hit the button send
it came through. It says you got mail.
90 seconds.
AOL hit you up?
Nah. That's just the way I get my messages. I put that specifically up there so I'll know it's messages.
So you a Tom Hanks fan?
Bro, yeah, I'm a Tom Hanks fan. Who doesn't like Tom Hanks?
No, I'm just saying he started that movie. He started that movie. You got
mail. Yeah. But if you go through your phone, there's different alerts.
Sounds, yeah.
Different sounds and alerts, and one of them is you got mail, and I liked it. That I was like, that's dope.
But we all know how that got famous, though.
And you just asked me, did I like Tom Hanks? Not liking Tom Hanks is un-American.
Whoa. That's a little a little much.
Nah, that's a fact. Wow. You can't not like Forrest Gump. Come on.
Bruh,
Come on, man.
He got so many more movies. He got so many more movies other than Forrest Gump. I hate that people go straight to Forrest Gump. Bro, what about
But he
that
do.
Castaway, bro? That like he showed his.
No. It was Captain. What was it called? Captain something.
Yeah, that was another one where he was a pilot. When he was a pilot, I'm talking about the one where he was stranded.
No. When he got caught up with the Africans over there, and they hijacked the boat.
Yeah, with Wilson.
Wilson was Castaway. The Somali joint was the other one. He was Captain something.
Oh, he confused me. I'm talking about Wilson, man. He showed his
I'm
acting
not talking about
chops.
Wilson. I'm talking about Captain. What was it called? Amin.
I can't remember, but it was like the dude's name. Cause the dude, it was the pirate. It was about the pirates in the Somali when they was hijacking ships over there.
Somali when they hijacked his boat.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But it's not your time.
He is a great actor. He's a great actor, man.
He is. He's dope. It's un-American if you don't like him. Or what's the one that played Pretty Woman?
Didn't he do Saving Private Ryan too? God damn, his catalog big then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. His catalog is humongous. That's why I said how you not gonna like man, I'm tired. But anyway, I don't know, where was we at with this? Oh, I was gonna say I'll send another one. But yeah, we were talking about he was asking me a question. I mean, you was asking me a question.
Yeah, I was saying that do you think that Shakur is any way that he could get over there and because, you know what I'm saying, Bernard Hopkins is over there too, that they would, make it more comfortable promotion wise.
I mean, Schofield over there. Schofield over there.
Okay. I don't know that to be true, but Bernard Hopkins didn't get over there until after he stopped fighting. He wasn't there in the beginning of the fights. I went to a Bernard Hopkins fight with when he fought Chad Dawson.
Yeah, that's not true, Jay. A lot
what?
Of the back half of B-Hop's career was Golden Boy.
Was it?
Yeah. B-Hop fought Oscar. Whatever year B-Hop fought Oscar De La Hoya, that fight earned him $10 million plus 5% stake in Golden Boy Promotions.
So
Joe Smith was Golden Boy fight.
Hell yeah.
They all went. That was a good fight. Yeah, when B-Hop hit him with the body punch and knocked him out. He was like, I'm done. I'm through. Anyway, yo, good show, man. It was y'all had a good show popping, So good luck. So I'm gonna shoot you another 5, but when you see the rest of them, don't forget, All right. All right, peace.
Man.
I'm gonna shoot that now.
Check your card.
I'm gonna go through Venmo.
Yeah. All
right, peace.
Peace.
Jay Swift.
We got Delomio. What up?
Yo.
You gotta finish the job, man. Champ. You was getting ready.
Yo, Tip, bro. Man, Tip's new name is TYP. Troll your position, because every call he comes in here is just trolling. He does the most just to try to get it. You ain't gonna get no call of the year, no nothing of the year. Just cut it out now. He like, man, just cut it out, Tip. You look at that. You was pushing for Antoine Russell. He got a fight. You didn't talk about nothing on the lead up of the fight. Now your man Roach, you got a fight. You ain't called today and talk nothing about Roach. Just bring up fighters. The moment he gets fights, don't talk about him. Yeah. Shakur, sign up with Top Rank. Get that 15 mil. It's what, 5-year deal? By the time that deal's done, he's like still 30. He could still probably get a tank fight. What is he going to do going somewhere? Golden Boy? Who has, bro, De La Hoya, everybody on here for the last handful of years been saying De La Hoya don't promote black fighters right. So now you're pushing for De La Hoya to sign with De La Hoya, a West Coast promoter, Mexican promoter in the West Coast. All right. Eddie Hearn don't got nothing at 135. If Shakur ain't going to move up to 140, what's he going to go over there for? To fight Andy Cruz? He might as well stay in Top Rank. And you're getting paid the most money. You ain't gonna get no $3 million a fight anywhere else. Like, come on, PBC signing cheap fighters like Adames and Figueroa is down there at 26. You know the weight classes don't pay money like that. And they're probably just trying to parlay that 26 move to see if Figueroa can get an anyway fight down the road. And yeah, man, we're like, Shakur, just stay at Top Rank. Yeah, fight Baranchik. Who knows? Maybe even after Tank beats Loma, you can still probably get a Loma fight. You know who? Like, you can still get the Murataya fight. Like, there's more options over there. And then if he does want to move up, he can challenge Tio. And that's a great fight for the tri-state area. You know, they can do that fight in New Jersey. Great fight. Why would he go to Eddie Hearn? For what? Just because Boots is and Boots is different. Boots' style is easier to sell. Boots is a fighting at 47. Boots knocks people out. Shakur, that ain't his style. He's going in there to do finesse. You know, he's finessing in the ring. Like, it's hard for Eddie to promote that. It's hard. Like, who's the last American? Like, Devin Haney was the only, like, finesse fighter he had. Like, and, you know, he did all right for Devin Haney, but Devin Haney came into the game with the Mayweather clout and, you know, with the sparring stories and all that extra stuff. Like, man, somebody better tell him and his team, stay with Top Rank. I know James Prince is going to show him the money, show him the numbers. Like, yo, you go anywhere else, you'll be lucky to make a third of that in the same amount of years. And the opportunities. Baranchik, that fight's easily made for Top Rank and Shakur in New York. Like what you doing, bro? Like, this dude, everything he does is like that dude don't got no common sense. He tweets crazy. He's out here moving crazy business wise. Like what you doing?
But it's not your time.
I respect this position. I respect that call. I've asked that myself that sometimes, you know, like, you know, who's advising Shakur? You know what I'm saying? Because when people put it out there, it does make sense to me that he's taking a risk. He's taking a risk if he leaves because, you know, Top Rank, they can position him in the tri-state area. They see they got the Hulu Theater, Madison Square on lock. They can get him a Prudential. They've been trying to build Prudential for him. It's a lot of reasons to stay, you know, I don't mind that, even though I'm talking Dazn and well, really Matchroom. I'm not against him staying. It's just hard for me to. I don't feel like, or I don't think anybody can predict what Shakur wants. You know what I mean? Because like De Lo Mio said, he's like he's kind of sporadic at this point. You know, he doesn't seem as guided. Ness, as you referred to when he was hanging around Crawford and Ward, he seems to be a little different with his decision making or his influence, and I don't really see it.
Yo, what up, fellas?
What up, Rocky?
You hear me? Yeah, man, I'm gonna piggyback on what De Lo Mio and Amin is saying. I think that Shakur should stay. When you got a guy like Lomachenko on your side of the street, a generational talent, can't pass up the opportunity to fight this dude. Like, this is a guy that you need on your record for the prestige. And I know Navarrete lost, but I think that's still a good fight, especially if you take that to PR. Because if you want that Puerto Rican fan base, what better than bringing a Mexican scout? You know what I'm saying? Get that get back for Christopher Diaz. Isn't Christopher Diaz from New Jersey too? I think he was either from New Jersey or he's fighting out of New Jersey.
Nah, Putufo, he out of Philly. You thinking the Adornos?
Oh, okay, maybe so. Maybe so. But anyway, I know he's Boricua. You know what I'm saying? Get that get back, because a lot of Puerto Ricans are very familiar with Navarrete. So you take in the PR, I think that's a big fight. And there's just so many other fights over there at Top Rank. And then, you know, not to mention the guaranteed money. I think just following the footsteps of Crawford, your class is going to show in time. Some people, they get hot quick. Some people got to get the accolades, and it comes later. So I think for Shakur, it's just play the patient game. You're still getting paid well, and your time will come. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much my thoughts on it, man. I appreciate y'all for taking my call.
Rocky, hold up. Rocky, how would the Boardies feel if Shakur wanted to be El Shakur and then he go to Matchroom and fight Matias? Does that fight sell in Puerto Rico at all, or nah?
Nah, I think it does, but I don't think long term it doesn't do as much. I think as like a Lomachenko fight. Like I think in the now, it's a good fight, but I think get the accolades, and when you're 30, 30 plus, you could be more on the legendary side. I don't know. That's just what I think. But with Matias losing, honestly, he might need to get one back and remind us why he the boogeyman. Like right now, I just don't see it having the same effect.
Nah, that's good. I need to know that. Appreciate you, brother.
Y'all ready, man? Take it easy.
All right. We got who is next? Looking like Tip Counter.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, man, damn. One phone call I don't make, you know what I'm saying, about Lamont, and damn, I'm not promoting Lamont anymore. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. Hey, but look, yeah, man, Shakur, man, listen. The reason you go to Golden Boy, and look, man, Shakur's obviously said he's Puerto Rican, man, so he not claiming his black side, bro. So what better promoter to go to other than Oscar De La Hoya, a Spanish-speaking promoter, man, who could probably sell you a fight in Puerto Rico? You know what I'm saying? It's just smart, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna advertise you to the Hispanic crowd. People already know you from Jersey. Black people not gonna care that, you know what I'm saying, you claim in Puerto Rico. They gonna watch you anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. And then Oscar got like the dude said, Oscar got that West Coast presence. So he can sell Shakur on both coasts regardless, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as he get him fights in Jersey in his hometown or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be good. But then again, Oscar could also take him to Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, and do it the right way. Not the Hearn way, but the right way. You know what I'm saying? Not put you up against a guy, that you should have been promoting after he got that win against Montana Love. You know what I'm saying? Not the guy who just signed the guy, you know what I'm saying, who's on a hot streak, and, is becoming one of the biggest names in the sport, and then get you beat right away, you know what I'm saying, the moment you sign in your first fight in your hometown, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You go fuck with Oscar, man. Then you got a couple Mexican fighters over there, and you claiming to be Puerto Rican. I mean, what like Ness? Come on, bro. Can I get the music, man? Can I get the music? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And then Oscar already got another Puerto Rican fighter who he's been promoting. What's the dude that I think he's at like a lower weight, like 122 or something like that? Like come on, bro. Like you just gotta make the smart play, man. Shakur, you gotta tap into your Puerto Rican roots, man. You gotta start learning how to become bilingual and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean just think about it. And then, well, hold on one more second, man. Oscar has been an advocate of Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, bruh. Openly has been an advocate of Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. If anybody can get that fight made for you, it's going to be Oscar De La Hoya, bruh. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. But what were you
make
saying
a
to me?
compelling case, Tip. Yeah, I don't know, man. Make a compelling case, but I'm seeing it other ways, man. Top Rank is a good spot for him. Golden Boy, I don't know, man. But you know what Oscar said too? I know how to market Olympians. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I can't argue with you.
It's your time, but it's not your time.
All right, Tip. We got counter from Therese.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, though? What up, though? King of Men.
Trees, what up, brother?
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man, what happened to my lady friend Shannon Ryan, man? God damn it, man. Did you see that fight, King of Men? Did you see my? Did you see what happened to Shannon Ryan? That shit hurt me, man. I don't know if you caught
man.
that. That shit was.
I ain't like that knockdown either, though, man. I thought it was a shot to the back of the head and more of a slippage, but
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The length got to her, but I see that might be an issue for her. She's a bit of a a stocky built fighter. She might have issues with length, so I don't know. She might have to work that out, get some head movement on her, get a little bit more footwork on her. But yeah. And damn it, hey man, what the fuck going on? Did I hear you say my man Archie Sharp got a fight, man? What the fuck going on here? What's going on? So they trying to put him up against. Say that again. What you want to say?
Garner, he fighting this cat Garner in the UK. He's still ducking Albert Bell, man.
This shit out of control. And then I see that Anthony Kakashi got a fight, man. This shit out of control, man. Everybody ducking. I see Oshaki got fight. Why the fuck everybody got fight but my guy? And then that's telling me that we can't get it done, man. I should be managing my guy. We can get it done. We can find a way, man. It's a way to get things done. Or maybe if I can't get it done, maybe he need to go sign with Jay Prince or something. Maybe he need to pull a Shakur or a Jared Anderson or something. I don't know what's going on, man. We need to get my guy. What up, bro?
I think you can get it done. You ain't heard homie calling yesterday and say, yo, that Midwest Mafia shit is real?
Hey, that Midwest Mafia shit is real, man. He know what the fuck going on, man. Truth, man. No, that's real shit, man. We need to get our Rebel back here. We need to get Thomas Matisse back too, man. We need to get him a fight. We need to get these guys active. If Turkey Al-Sheikh proposing on starting the league, man, I want to have Post Boxing and Salida Promotions and the OTXs and the Red Owls of the world. I want to have them to be like the feeder leagues into the major leagues. If Turkey Al-Sheikh, if that's what you're trying to do, you're trying to start a league, they need to be the developmental leagues, the G leagues of the world, the AAAs for the MLBs of the world, man. We need this shit. We need development, man. We need to get my guys right, get them tight. You feel me? And throw them in there for the shits. That's why I like what my guy at ProBox doing, man. You was right, man. Shout out to Angelo Leo, man. He doing it. He got right. He got tight. Now he back going for the gold, man. This shit serious, man. Albert Bell, man. Let's do it, man. We need to get right. We need to get back in the mix, man. But since he ain't going to do it, Jared Anderson, August 3rd, it's all on you now. You feel me? Knock his shit loose. But shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio, and Shannon Ryan, my baby. We got to get some head movement on this, but we going to be all right. Y'all be cool, man.
No doubt, Trees.
All right, I got Jay Swift. You only sent me that $5. There's like $10 missing, allegedly. Copy cool, what up?
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on?
What's good?
What's good? So yeah, man. I think Shakur should stay where he's at, not go nowhere else. I mean, the money's there. I think as far as him and the Matias fight, I think that'll be a good fight. Eventually, way down the road. I think Matias got to get his fight back with Pato. I think that fight is interesting. I think the hype got to him too much as far as just him being over there countryside. I think that is a money seller. I think that people would love to see that fight in Puerto Rico. I think Shakur is the adopted child of Puerto Rico. So, I mean, I think that bringing that fight over there to PR would be great. Now that he knows that, he made his issues fighting the Pato fight, I think he destroys Pato in the rematch. Matias, they can go do that in Australia. So I don't. Everybody even says it. I know you were talking about it earlier, Ness, that you're not sure if the people are rolling with him anymore, if he could go back to Puerto Rico and sell out. But I mean, if you go to any Puerto Rican station or any of those podcasts that they talk about it, they kind of understand that was a big stage for him, and they see where he messed up, and it was just they all said that he should have gotten off earlier instead of just sitting around waiting. So I mean, I think they still rolling with him. They're not letting him go that fast. So I think that he's still a money maker over there. But that's really all I had to say. And as far as that Pro Box, that's a dope interview. Guy had a lot to say. He seems like he's going to be doing big things for boxing. He actually just by hearing him talk, just made me actually get into the subscription and purchase that. So I've always been skeptical about them. I never really wanted to follow them because I wasn't too big on the fights that they were putting on. But it makes sense to see that he's actually going forward with these young bucks and kind of reinventing the wheel and bringing these guys, using a platform where he's bringing these guys that kind of people had let go in a sense and bringing them back to life, which I find is very intriguing. He's like the new like Broadway boxing type. He has that kind of platform. Which is dope. But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all call. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. He said when Broadway boxing, yeah, man. And I like Treese's idea about a feeder system, you know what I mean? So, Turkey, if you listen and take it into consideration. Who we got next, Ness? We got Super Chatter. We got another caller.
We got hella callers. Hawk, what up?
Yo, TPV.
What
Y'all
up?
hear me clear?
Mm-hmm.
What's up? All right. What's up, King? What's up, Ness?
What's going on, Hawk?
Ain't too much. Hey, okay. Far as the Shakur, I think he need to stay where he at for real. But it's like these boxers, man, with this taking off stuff. I don't think they realize boxing fans. We only really hear about your last fight, bro. We only remember what that saw. If Shakur had got out there and just took any old sacrificial lamb and beat up on him, right now we'd be talking about Shakur and Tank real hard. He had a whole lot more options if he went out there and beat up on somebody before now, after that boring fight he had. And and what I was talking about yesterday when I was talking about Devin Haney. He's talking about a year off, and I was telling Ness that a year from now his value ain't going to go up. So if he fights Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis, yeah, people will be wanting to see those fights because they're going to be wanting to see Ryan Garcia next year or Tank Davis beat him up or knock him out. But if Devin Haney waits a year and don't come back and fight until next year, after we're watching anyway, we're watching Tank, we're watching Terrence Crawford, we're watching dudes knock people out. Already 2 weeks ago, Eddie Hearn didn't even bid on a fight because he didn't think he'd get his money back with that thing. So my point I was making was, if Devin Haney waits a year, his value is not going to go up. If he's not fighting Ryan next year or Tank, he's not going to get the money he's been demanding. It's not going to happen. Nobody wants to see pity pat for 12 rounds. Nobody wants to see tag for 12 rounds. Not now. Not the way the sport is going. The sport has evolved. People want to see knockouts. If you knock people out, you don't even need a belt. It's been proven. So, yeah, he can wait a year, but he will not be in demand next year. Not for that type of style. I just don't see it. He might be good, but it's not. Nah, I can't see people wanting to pay $80 to see you play tag when all these pay-per-views are going on. People are getting knocked out when they go in there with Tank and they go in there with Shoo, and he ain't even got to pay to see him fight. So, and that's another thing. Shakur needs to stay over there because his talent can be shown because they show a lot of their fights on ESPN. So, but anyway, that's my whole point as far as Devin Haney go. But Shakur need to stay where he at. He just need to get out there and fight and stop sitting around. Ain't nobody seeing him. That's all we remember is your last fight. And Devin Haney, whether he got his old back, we remember his last fight, bro.
That is the bell. Appreciate you though, Hawk. Thank you for calling in. Looks like we got G Vaughn. What up? G Vaughn.
Yes, sir. You able to hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Good morning, TBV. Another beautiful day in boxing. Hold up, had to leave my little current situation. See, I'm pushing pallets straight out the fucking trailer, right? No forklift, no pallet jack, no nothing, man. Just pushing the pallets out. Getting that Border Wars workout in. It is what it is. Hey, look, man, Shakur, What the fuck is he doing, man? I think Shakur definitely needs to go with Hearn. I don't know. I think Bob just ain't truly invested. Bob has shown what he does with fighters that he's truly invested in. You get what I'm saying? He gets them big fights. He gets them all the positions that they want to get. You see what he's done with Loma. You know what I mean? And I know Loma is the biggest shit he's ever had over there. You know what I mean? Well, not ever. You know what I mean? He's had all kinds of fighters, but you get what I'm saying. Of current history, Loma is his guy. So I mean, I don't know Shakur. I don't see him getting much work over there, man. Like Hearn, I honestly think that he's like on a mission to try to have like the most undefeated fighters and try to keep their hype alive too. You know what I mean? Cause I mean I don't know. You know he got Boots now. If he gets Shakur over there, that shit would be fucking dope. Um, and I honestly see Shakur going undefeated longer than Boots. You get what I'm saying? Like we be having arguments about Boots and Shakur and who stays undefeated more. I got a bet going on that Shakur stays unbeaten longer. He's a better boxer. He's more worried about the actual win. Boots is still unproven. I think we should get Boots and Virgil, because Virgil in my book is definitely unproven, but everybody has that hype because 100% knockout ratio, right? But we seen what just happened to Antoine Russell. That shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Sometimes all you need is that right dance partner. And you know, aside from Shakur being the topic, shit, that's one of the fights I really want to see. Boots and Virgil. That shit would fucking be a dope fight, man. You know, two big power punchers. And he'll put both of them to the test because I mean shit, neither one is proven. Boots got a belt, but what the fuck that mean when it was emailed to him? You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, Shakur should go with Hearn or even with Golden Boy. You know what I mean? People talking about that he would be the only black fighter over there. They tripping. They forget Kid Austin over there. Like not just that, but you know, Oscar has his share of black fighters. They're just not as spoken of. But I think Kid Austin even possibly beat Shakur. But you know, I'm a little crazy. You know what I mean? That's shout out to you and
You may
TBV,
feel like
man.
it's your time, but it's not your time.
All right. Looks like I got Tip with another counter.
Yeah, I'm back again to triple up on Golden Boy Promotions, man, because it's only right, man. I gotta talk about the best promoter in the game, that being Oscar De La Hoya. Are we forgetting what Oscar did with Bernard Hopkins' career? Are we forgetting what Oscar did with Shane Mosley's career? You know what I'm saying? Vernon Forrest, guys like that. Yo, matter of fact, are we forgetting what Oscar did with Floyd Mayweather's career after he left Top Rank? Like, bro, I'm preaching right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the smart play is to go to Golden Boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia, bro, is a Mexican American who can't even speak Spanish, bro. And look at the way Oscar's been able to promote him. It's only right that Shakur Stevenson goes to Golden Boy and messes with Oscar De La Hoya because Shakur is a quote unquote Puerto Rican American who can't speak Spanish, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to help him, man. It's only going to help him to have a Spanish speaking promoter in his corner if he's going to say that he's Puerto Rican, man. So it's only right, bro. It's only right. And then again, yo, Top Rank is messing up by having Shakur fight in the Garden, man. They messing up by having him fighting in the Garden. If you go to Golden Boy, they gonna have you fighting in the Barclays Center where you belong because it's right there in between Jersey and New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is made for the Barclays. He's not made for Madison Square Garden. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's Madison Square. That's Barclays Center right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you got guys like you got Zapata over there. You got what's the other Mexican dude at 140? Ness. Jose Ramirez, man. Those are bro. Y'all gotta start to think, man. Like this is what Shakur needs to do, man. Go over there to Golden Boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Become a part of that Golden Boy stable and start getting your career pushed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for the most part, man. Like I was saying, Lamont Roach, Friday, you know what I'm saying? Undercard starts at 5 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Main event starts at 8. You know, tune in. If you're not going to the club, if you're gonna stay in the house, it's gonna be a night of great fights, man. Don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Tune into the betting show. We're gonna make a lot of money this weekend, man. We're gonna make a lot of money this weekend. Some great fights out there. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. He got a fight coming up with Steve Claggett. I'm sure we all gonna be tuning into that because you know, Eddie Hearn just doesn't know how to promote his Mexican fighters, and nobody remembered that old boy from Arizona was fighting. But you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't remember. That's crazy. That's wild. But I do want to remind you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of this show. We got Neil's water bottle with a 5-pounder. He says, Ness and Amin, what do you guys think about Oscar De La Hoya's latest post on X? Personally, I prefer 6 and 14. What about you guys? Thinking and Baby Milk. Yeah, I seen that. Oscar, I'm telling you, I think boxing is just its own world. These dudes don't get canceled. Like, my man posted a post with over 20 different sets of breasts and asked his followers what breasts do they prefer. And then commences to say his favorite is number 2. You know, I see everything. I just didn't feel that was something to bring up. Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. Sharp dropped twice in the last fight. Bell can't still want that fight. Dalton Smith and Zelfa Barrett with MR Promotions. Sugar Nunez with MR as well. Kakase Mando. Julio Guzman, $2. No words, all love. We got Jerts. Shout out to El Shakur. Crying out loud emoji. Alan Day, $5. If I'm Shakur, I'm only signing with Top Rank if they guarantee Lomax. Otherwise, what's the point? I mean, there's still Baranchek there for unification. Like, that's still part of history. But again, if you're done making history, you want to just make money, I get it.
You know what else, too? It's one thing you got to ask, because Hawk made me think of this. He said, yo, we saw Eddie just not bid on a Devin fight, right? That's business. Do these young guys really understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's business and your temperament. So maybe, I don't know if Shakur has the temperament to where he could say, you know what? I don't like you, Bob, but I can do business with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, once these new generation guys, they feel like it's personal. This is op culture. People are your op if they disagree with you or y'all, you know what I mean? So I don't know if he can see it adult enough to just say, yo, it's business. And if I can get this money over here, or if I can outperform or outdo it, why not? But I don't think he's ready to sit back at the table with Bob. Because then you go to Eddie, and then what if Eddie does a similar thing, right? And then Devin took it personal what Eddie did, right? Or was it personal, or was it business? I think these young guys, you know, and I'm saying it as the old guy, but I'm talking about a sense of maturity that you need for business. That's all. Especially this tricky-ass business of boxing. You can't take none of it personal, man.
I got Tim Bosque, what up? Years of Lurking, $2. Oscar, a small venue West Coast promoter tip. Damn. Woo Jones back with another 10. Drop a bomb. That's 30 beans. I was saying Bo Rogers, Drew, CYP, and Brandon to debate with you. Good fights, Ness. Oh, yeah. I don't know what they going to debate. Them dudes don't watch hardcore fights. You know what I'm saying? They only watch Tank and them dudes like that. Nike Hendrick, Lou Bang, what up? Lou Bang,
Yo,
yeah.
yo. All right, so to stay on topic, I don't know if you saw what I said earlier, but like I think Shakur, like I think after this last fight, he shouldn't sign with nobody. Just take the dev route and go independent for a little bit, see what it gets him, and if it's not working, then go back to somebody else. Cause he have open options, but he also got a belt, and he gonna keep that belt. So let's just see what Turkey Alice could do for him. Cause he with Bud, like he under Bud, so. Obviously, who Bud fighting for right now? Turkey, right? He's not under anybody else, right?
Yeah, he fighting with Turkey in his fight on the zone.
So I feel like Shakur need to do the same thing and see where it take him. But what you think? Where you think he need to go?
I mean, it's hard to say. We don't know what's his goals, right? Cause if it's money, Top Rank offering him $3 million per fight, guaranteed. That means minimum, which means if you fight in TO, that's more money. If you fight in Loma, that's more money. But if you fight in, who he fighting this weekend, Artem, you will be
Yeah.
getting $3 million.
All right. My question is though, how much Bud getting from Turk like for this one fight?
That's not been disclosed. That's not been disclosed.
So I feel like it's gonna be more than 10 million. This is just me saying that, but it's gonna be more than 10 million because it's Bud. But Shakur is also, he's decorated. He was a decorated Olympian. Now he's what, three weight divisions, right? So why not? I believe in him. I think everybody else believe in him. So why not? And somebody else said something about him saying he just sticking with his Puerto Rican side. Nah, he said he open to his Puerto Rican side. He's still black, bro. Regardless of him saying what he said, he's still black. So we still behind him.
Word.
But yeah, that's what I think. Hopefully he don't sign. Hopefully he go the dev route.
All right, champ. We got Nike Hendricks.
Oh. Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, Lou Bang, man. Hey, I need to see you in Border Wars. You just took my title shot. I heard you call my name first. Next, nah, I'm fucking with him, man. Nah, man. But shouts out to the Boston Voice, man. Shouts out to Ness, the whole team. King Amin still there?
Yeah, he there. He just on mute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
What's good, brother?
Shouts out to King Amin, man. Danny, whole squad, man. This is crazy, man. Shakur potentially moved to Hearn. That just like Amin was saying, man. These younger cats, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it like I'm old. I'm still young myself, 32 years young, but still though, these younger cats, man, they need to start getting in their feelings and learn how to handle business and not handle handle their feelings too, but not so much put their feelings on the line. Like, I mean, Devin, one of my favorite fighters, but I feel like he took that shit personal with Eddie. You can't. It's business, man. Eddie, like, damn, Devin, I believed in you. I said you was unbeatable, and this and that and the third. Now when Eddie say, hey, I ain't want no boring fight with Sandor, because it ain't gonna be nothing but like a chess match. But you got boxer against boxer. So, I mean, to some folks, the real, like, boxing fans who really just watch it, that'll be exciting. But Shakur, I don't know. He need to. I don't see like where else he can get to fight. What with Hearn? What wouldn't that be a Paro unification if you get with Hearn?
Not a
That could be an
unification
option.
unless he win a belt at 40 first.
Oh shit! I forgot Paro at 40. See, so who at 35 with the zone?
Nobody but Andy Cruz.
Yeah, man. Andy Cruz is trying to build his own name right now. Why you gonna go backwards? Andy Cruz is on the collision course with Keyshawn. So that's different. That's what you need to do. Spice it up. Fight Keyshawn, man. Stop all this bullshit. Spice it up.
Who, Shakur?
Yeah.
He ain't find nobody. My thing ain't find nobody coming up.
He need to
That's
spice it
interesting.
up, man. He need to spice it up. That'll spice it up right there. Cause if he ain't going after what's his name? Who is that at 35? The dude, Loma. If he ain't going after Loma, that's top rank right
You may
there.
feel like it's
You
your
need to
time,
spice it up, man.
but it's not your time.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Shakur and Keyshawn, I don't think they fight. These guys are real close. And as much as I'm one of those, I'm not with the whole friends forever club. These guys are legitimate friends. I don't. But like they say in boxing, they say if you really my friend, help me make this money. Let's get some money together. Let's make history. Let's make a. So that's interesting, man. Talking about spicing it up. That's spicy, man. Who we got next?
Next up, Tim Bosque again.
Yo.
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 We hear you.
Wagwan. We hear you.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Swagwan, King of Mean Essex. What's going on, my G? Real boxing fan right there. You know what I'm saying to you? Hey, Nesla Gibbs. What's going on? TBV community. Salute. Hope everyone's having a great week. You know what I'm saying? We're in the great world of boxing once again. This is the HBO, the ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Shout out from South London. Yeah, I know you haters. You haters. Now, where was we with Shakur Stevenson? Is it about legacy or does he want the money and the legacy? Because he can get both. To be honest with you, if he wants legacy, the right thing to do is stay with Top Rank at the moment. You know what I'm saying to you? The landscape of the 135 division is a bit of a mix-up at the moment. We don't know if Tank wants to unify it. We don't know if he cares about those belts like they say they don't do. You got guys that tip fakeless. You brain-dead, fake, fickle fan. Stop chatting shit about Eddie Hearn, man. It's earn with Hearn. Earn with Hearn. You talking about, he gonna fuck up your career. The English promoter. Listen, America doesn't have a promoter like Eddie Hearn, man. Bob Arum is almost 100 years old. Don King is almost 100 years old, man. We don't see Al Heyman. We don't know where he is. We don't know where the fuck he is. Maybe he's in the area code 51 or something. We don't know where he is. All the rest of them guys, Lou DiBella, all these guys, we don't see them. The only guy I give credit to is someone like, Tank is a star. Tank. Leonard Ellaby. He's the only guy I give credit to because he slightly knows how to promote. Other than that, you Americans don't know how to promote your own fucking guys, man. They have to come over here. It's all right. You had another guy calling talking about nobody wants to see Shakur and we ain't paying for that. It's all right. Shakur can come over here where the real fans are, like Bob Crawford said, where the real fans are, and we'll pay £30. You understand? We'll pay $50 to watch Shakur Stevenson put on a boxing university a showcase. That's fine. But as I was going down the line, there's some life over there for him at Matchroom. He's not going to 145 anytime soon, in my opinion. No, he wants to, survey the 135 division. So the right thing to do is stay at Top Rank. But Eddie Hearn he knows how to promote his guys, i.e. Canelo Alvarez, i.e. Matias. Even he puts you in positions to be successful. It's down to you now to fucking hit the end of the bargain. The Deontay Wilder, he fucked it up. Subaru Matias, he fucked it up. You get me? We had Demetrius Andrade. He's a bad businessman, allegedly. He's a bad businessman, allegedly. You had Golovkin. You had multiple other guys that he's promoted and done well with. What the hell are you talking about, man? It's the way to go. You can't even get any stadium fights, man. When you come to England, look at Fabio Woodley. He's from Ipswich. We control the Ipswich Stadium. Richie Riakpo, Crystal Palace Stadium. We got big stadium fights. And Ness, man, I'm the one that messaged you about Trevor Crombie. Did I not message you about Trevor Crombie? You said no one spoke about him. Did I not message you about him?
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
But I want to ask you a question. Did you DM me about Trevor McCumbee before I watched him fight live? Before I was on this show, multiple episodes saying that he should fight Berlanga? Is that what you're claiming?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. You just you're doing the same thing as Danny. You just don't remember. You get me? I got G classification memory. You understand? So I remember
You ain't
messaging you about
answering the
Kevin McCombie.
question. I'm asking you
Yes.
specifically. Are you telling the audience you DM me before I ever went to see him live and was talking about him?
Oh no. No. Before you went to watch him live. Oh no.
All
No.
right. So you telling the audience that you DM me about McCombie don't mean you putting me on. Cause
No.
I
I
put
didn't say
Shot
no.
on.
I didn't say
I'm
you.
the
Hold on,
one
man. Hold on,
said,
man. Hold
yo,
on, man.
I seen this dude. He looks the part. He's perfect for Belanga. I'm the one said that.
Yeah. No, I never said I put you onto him. No, I never said that. I just said that we were speaking about him. You know what I'm saying? You said no one spoke about him, no one mentioned him. I did mention him to you, so I just wanted to put that out there. I didn't put you onto him.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I didn't remember that, but yeah, I don't remember you calling into the show and letting the audience know Trevor McCombie deserves a shot versus
Oh
anybody.
yeah. I did. No, I did not. No, I did. No, I definitely did. Because we were speaking about that Pro Box event that he was on. And trust me, I got G classification memory. I know you do a lot of things with the show, and you're speaking to their people, so you might not remember, but trust me, I remember. And I wanted to get one more thing with you, Ness, man. Zelfa Barrett, he deserves his shot. He deserves his shot. That's some money that you're gonna make right there. You're gonna beat the shit out of Kansasi. That's the shot. He deserves his shot. He's got 2 losses. You get me? That's cool. Rakimov knocked him out. That's fine. We don't give
We
up on our
rhyme, we
fighters, but we
rhyme,
don't
we
get that
rhyme,
dub
we
here.
rhyme with Versace Kakasi over here, man.
Oh yeah. Well, you go and check out Barrett. You go and check out Barrett. He's been on a lovely streak. You know what I'm saying to you? He's been looking real great. Underdog against Jordan Gill. We smoked him. Now we're
So
gonna come
what?
smoke that.
Kakasi was the underdog in his last fight too, and he
Yes,
looked amazing.
yes, he was. And yes, he
But
was.
I
And
gotta go.
hopefully that.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Salute,
I gotta go.
salute. Don't let
I
your
gotta
past go,
go.
man.
I gotta go. I gotta
I
go.
appreciate it, man.
We got is Tip back with another one? Yep, number 3. Counter punch numero 3, Tip Bayless.
Oh, so then, shout out to all the bird brain UK callers. You know what I'm saying? Notice how this guy just called in, right? And he named a bunch of guys that went to go work with Eddie Hearn and ended up losing, or their career just stood on fucking standstill, like Demetrius Andrews. You know what I'm saying? Like Deontay Wilder, who he wanted to get into the big fight with Anthony Joshua, but he went over there fucking with Turk and them and still ain't got the fight. Just continued to lose. You know what I'm saying? As we all seen, Sabril Matias went over there, first fight, and fucking lost. Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, man. You go fuck with Oscar De La Hoya, Shakur. You have the potential because Top Rank is not going to make you a pay-per-view star. But if you go to Golden Boy, you have the potential to become a pay-per-view star. Top Rank ain't making pay-per-view fighters. Matchroom ain't making American pay-per-view fighters. So let's just get that understood. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin Haney may be an exception, but honestly, Top Rank put him on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like Top Rank had the fighters to put him on pay-per-view. Yeah, they threw Regis on there, but come on, bro. Like let's be serious. Let's be serious here. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying, man. You know, Timboski calling, advocating this Eddie Hearn bullshit, talking about yeah, the U.S. ain't got no promoters. As I've been saying, y'all, we got Oscar De La Hoya, the one and only, man, the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Oscar put on big fights and great events, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oscar, the only thing he needs is to get a stable, and you know what I'm saying? A star in the making, and that's Shakur Stevenson, man. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, Golden Boy is back on top. They back in the market, man. You know what I'm saying? To make these big fights happen. You need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why we would listen to a delusional UK fan talking about American politics when it comes to our promoters. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys over here signing American fighters to go fight UK fighters in America. Like, bro, what are we doing? Who nobody even fucking knows? Like, why are we listening to this guy, man? You know what I'm saying? He just took Sabril Matias back to Puerto Rico to fight an Australian that fucking nobody knew. Like, come on, bro. That's not how you do it. Like, obviously, the PBC had something going with Sabril. And there's a reason they weren't
Ohio knew who the fuck he was because he had White Montana up.
Well, hey, you may be right. Treese might have been the only advocate, but shit. And then, you know, Treese, let me tell you something about Treese right quick, man. don't believe Treese, man. All this, Midwest Mafia shit. Treese be calling and hating on Jake Paul, man. He can't be an advocate for the Midwest Mafia, man.
He ain't hating on
Just
Jake.
think
I
about
don't
it.
never hear him hating on Jake.
Bro, he just said, who next? He just said he was betting on a UFC fighter against Jake Paul, man. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
you right. He did pick
Yeah,
Mike
I'm
Perry.
telling you.
Good call, yo. He did pick motherfucking a BKB fighter over his own Ohio brethren. That's wild crazy. That's good call. He caught that one. Damn, Trees. Yo, shout out to everybody that joined my 10,000 paces challenge. That's so dope. The group is growing. It's like 8 of us now. That's dope. And I'm trying to get to the group because fucking Keem going to win. But that's all right. The goal was to, make it so that I make sure Supermax big ass doing 10,000 steps because he the one got to fight. I ain't got to fight. I'm just trying to look good. You feel me? He got to fight, and last time he fought, he ain't look good. This is my way of helping. You know what I mean? So right now, there's actually 9 members. Salute to everybody. How the fuck did I do that? Okay, steps. Keem always walking. Look. Damn, Rocky already in the lead. Is that Rocky? Rocky, is that you in the, what is it, 718? Or is it Rocky in the 954? He already almost at 10. He killing it. So somebody asked me like, yo, sign me up. I'm a mailman. So my man Jerv, a mailman. So he going to be killing it too. But again, the goal is to get them 10. Get them 10 because they not easy to get. Look, some people at 200 steps, bruh. Like, what did I do? Because I'm so competitive, I was out at 5 in the morning. I took a light walk, like little 30-something minute walk. I ain't push myself. Got to keep the knees ready for this evening when I go to the gym and do a run and also work out. But, yeah, again, this was the Motivate Supermax. I don't know how I could see yesterday. Did Supermax make it yesterday? Fucking hell. How do you check yesterday's? Because Keem, you about to come up around 5. Me and Keem, oh, shit, Keem. This is the only time I'm going to beat Keem is right now. I'm at 4,900 steps. He at 4,800 steps. I can't see Supermax shit. Let me find out. He got 0 steps. Damn, bro, you still in the bed? Tip Bellish, that should say 0 steps. What you gonna say? You forgot your watch? That ain't my problem. I'm telling you now. Loser's a loser. Any way you flip this L, you lost, man. Khaled, what up?
Yo, Nas, can you hear me?
You know it.
I bet. Man, I think I agree with Tip on this one, and then want to roll with Golden Boy. They got damn, he got a fight coming up too. What's my man name that throw all the punches? He on Golden Boy. He got a fight in July. Damn, that's crazy. I know his name too. Nonetheless, he over there. He over there at 135. They got Floyd Schofield over there at 135. They got like a lot of green print guys over there for him at Golden Boy and shit like that. And I do like, I'm not. I think Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn is an option, but man, what's crazy? Like I don't really like how they did a Sabril. Like, yeah, like a Sabril got a win, but he probably should have got a softer touch versus like Liam Paul. Like Liam Paul's a good fighter. Like he coming off a stoppage, he undefeated. He probably could have gave man like an easier look, you know what I'm saying, versus giving him like a Liam Paul. And I don't know, like I'm not sure if like Eddie Hearn is responsible for this, but is it a rematch clause? Because I feel like you didn't know that either. Like like if it was like a rematch clause in there or not, you know what I'm saying? So we got my man with the hometown fight, and then now he take the L, and now it's no rematch clause in there. That's kind of unique. But you know, we still got to see what's up with Boots. I still think that Boots is a project that you just can't mess up. He's just such a sure thing that you can't mess that up. But you know, Golden Boy might be a good look for him, man. You know what I'm saying? And they do make good fights. They do pay-per-views. There's a lot of Latinos over there for him to fight. They gonna all the money in him. They gonna try to make him a star. So that might be a good move. And then push come to shove, you can always go back to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? BBC, I don't really see that move. I don't guys for him. They got
You breaking up, champ. You breaking up. You might be going through like a dead area or something.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Well, it's cool. That's my call, bro. I appreciate it. I don't want to fuck up the
Nah, it's
show.
clear
That's my
now.
call.
You
Thank
clear now. And you
Oh,
still
okay.
got.
All right, bet. So yeah, he could. Okay, so yeah, so you know, PBC might be an option, but Golden Boy, that might be the way, bro. Golden Boy that might be the way. Shout out to Tip Bayless for like a not typical answer. So yeah, bro, that's my call, bro. Thank you.
All right. Who next? Looks like Spider Rico.
Hey, what's up, guy?
What up?
On the clock, you hear the clapper. We on the clock, you hear the clapper. It's like, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, everybody in TBV? This Esteban from Oregon with love. I represent mine. Man, on Tuesday, I forgot. Remember, I made that Tuesday song? It was like, throw it up, how you live. Nah, on the Tuesday. Yeah, on the Tuesday. You know, we do it big, throw it up where you live on the Tuesday. Yeah. But, you know, we off today. It's what it is today. Hey, it's really Tuesday. That's wild. And that means I'm in the right frequency. You see, my mind is where I'm at, but my mind is somewhere else, man. We fight like we live life, like we gonna die tonight. You know I'm playing psych, right? You know I'm playing psych, right? That psycho, that psychic, that psychedelic. Man, shout out to Javante Davis. He got locked up on a Tuesday. That's why I made that song. Damn. You know we do it big, throw it up where you live on a Tuesday. Yeah. All right. I pray for we and me. That Allah guide us to ways of peace and safety. The straight way. Never to go astray. I'm not done though. We on the clock. Man, we got 3 minutes. You know how much you could do in 3 minutes? Depending on the perimeters of the ring. I calculate how much time
It
we
don't
got
look
to
like
move.
you doing much in the 3 minutes, man. Is you fighting motherfucking Keem or what?
Man, what y'all talking about? King pulled out the fight. I don't be trying to put people down. He said he got a new job.
That's
I
a
got a new
lie.
job too.
That's a
I got
lie.
a new. Where's the lie at? If Keem ready to fight,
Keem ain't
man.
pull out no fight because we just got a brand new fight poster for Keem. He fighting, and I'm about to screen share his fight poster because you lying.
Yeah, I seen the fight poster, and I was like, damn, where my fight poster at?
Wait, so you seen a fight poster and you just lied on that man? Like, what's up,
No, I ain't.
bruh?
No, I ain't gonna lie. That's what I heard.
You heard he pulled out the fight. Who told you this lie?
I thought Keem said himself. Hey, just stop trying to tell me I'm a liar. It's a miscommunication. When Keem said something in the chat about he got a new job and that he not making this border wars, but then he got a fight poster. I was like, damn, how he get a fight poster? But I ain't tripping because I'm gonna get mine. It's just a matter of time. We still on the clock. I got 20 seconds left. Nestor trying to stop me. Hey, shout out to Cino.
We
Shout
just
out to
want
Cino.
that
He get his
fight.
money.
Give us that
Hey, me
fight,
too.
man. Stop trying to not give us that fight.
Hey, we and me. When you fight me, it's we and me. I pray for we and me. Look, that's my time, yo.
I
That's
pray
the
that
bomb
you
from Oregon
fight.
with
I
love.
pray
I'm
that you
gone.
fight Keem, man. I pray that you fight Keem. We and me. We,
feel like
me,
it's
and
your
the
time,
community. We all pray
but
that
it's
you
not your
fight
time.
Keem. Know what I'm saying? Keem the Dream, Florida, state champ, Border Wars title contender, middleweight fighter. He coming for you, fam. Give him the fight, man. Stop ducking the sauce. Let's see here. That looks like everybody. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Amin, where can they find you? You on mute?
No, I'm here.
All right.
King Amin of Essex 1 on IG, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter, and the championship rounds on YouTube. New episode should be up tomorrow, Women's Boxing Wednesday. I had an interesting conversation on Twitter with Natasha Jonas and Sandy Ryan, so I'll talk about it on my show tomorrow.
Nice. Yo, you know what I had wanted to talk to you about this earlier, and then we dipped into some other shit.
What's up?
Bro. Ronald Ali's a plus 200 underdog right now versus Yameth Mercado, but Mercado is good. She's
very good.
She actually beat Guzman before Ramala, and she's been a defending champion for a while.
Been ducked. Nobody wanted to unify the WBC with her.
I question though. This is her first high level television fight. She's been in big fights because she's been the champ for a minute, but the high level television fight. And has she ever struggled to make weight? Did you know him?
Not to my knowledge. No, not to my knowledge. No.
Mm.
She's been at 122 forever.
Wow, that's 122.
Yeah.
Shit.
And defending, she has probably 4 to 6 defenses on an interim title because nobody wanted to, you know what I'm saying, unify with her. So, you know.
Yeah. Nah. That's this weekend, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably watch that. I like Mercado. I had watched her like two or three of her fights when I was doing the research for the Guzman fight. And Mercado can actually fight.
She can.
She strikes me as heavy set though, which is crazy that she's 122.
Yeah, maybe it's the shape, right? Makes her look a little heavy.
Okay, I'll check the weigh-in. But
now, hold it real quick because you know what's going to be the difference though. What gives Ramla the opportunity is what me and Treese and the others saw against Shannon Ryan and Emma Dolan, the taller, longer fighter. Not only is Ramla Ali has model looks, she got model height. She's pretty tall. I think she's like 5'10" or something, 5'9", 5'10". So that length could be, now her heart and her chin has always been in question. But if she got that right, she riding around Arizona on one of the motorcycles, or feeling hard body and some leather, maybe her her mentality is tougher than it once was, especially coming off the Guzman win. But that would be the thing, what I'm saying, her winning rounds based off of, keeping Mercado at the end of her punches, But I really got to see the weigh-in so I can get a good look at the height differential. But that could be something to look at.
For sure, for sure. I'm putting out the post as we speak for topic suggestions for tonight's show. Remember, it's absolutely free to drop a suggestion. I definitely need a topic so that we can go live. I hate going live and it's like a 20, 30-minute show. You know what I mean? So I prefer to, be on a topic that we all want to discuss. That post is now public on the community page here on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because trying to get to that next goal. Right now we're at 223,143. So happy about that, but we got to move on to the next one, which is 224,000, on to the next one. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Catch me on the next one, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to catch King Amin on the championship rounds right here on YouTube as well.